Really?
Really? I am just a figment of your imagination.
Hello, everybody, and good evening. We have a rather good panel today. Everyone, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm brainless. I'm the stupid one.
And I'm SLIMLivingCyborg.
I'm a dog, and I'm actually a Muppet, too.
And Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Indeed, that is an awesome Doofenshmirtz. And we are going to have a very special doof to make fun of, and it's not a schmertz. It's Roger Mudfossil.
Okay, my outstanding friends, we're going to go through a very, very detailed research study of the gut and the microbiome. And Hippocrates, over 2,000 years ago, said,
Hippocrates? Because that's a word, right?
Hippocrates.
That's
Yes,
totally
it
a word.
actually is a word that
Okay, all
he
right,
did
okay.
not mangle for the first time in forever.
all disease starts in the gut. Now, this is the National Institute of Health. All disease starts in the gut. Why?
What?
And for those of you who are new subscribers, Roger Mudfossil has a problem with pareidolia. You see those rocks which never lived? He sees very interesting things in rocks that aren't there.
Yeah,
Why
that
would
one
they
that
say
kind of looks
that?
like a duck, he believes actually
Let's
is
just,
a duck.
Yes.
I can show you why. And it's now it has just been discovered about 6 or 7 years ago about a layer in the body where all these fluids move. And these are the fluids that protect you, and they come from the gut. Hold on, let's look into it. Okay, I want to.
He has
So,
not
so-
discovered OBS yet.
So is he no? But just a silly question. But like, so did he just read a paper out of the 1800s or something like that, or what? Like,
Well, yeah, it sounds like Victorian medicine, but I mean,
Yeah.
a cold or COVID, the flu, that starts in the nasal or the lungs or wherever.
And the spirit
Well,
can
let's
laugh
not
if he
use
talks
that
about
word
beaches.
because YouTube doesn't like it.
What, the C word?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
The
Because there was so
C19.
much misinformation.
Yep.
Be sure you fully understand. I'm giving no medical advice whatsoever. This is 100% research. Now, this is from Time, and this is back in 2018 when they announced this interstitium. Here goes.
Scientists have discovered a new organ called interstitium that might play a critical role in how other tissues and organs do their jobs. It might also be related to the spreading of cancer. A study published in Scientific Reports led by a team of NYU researchers describes the interstitium as a series of connected fluid-filled spaces found under the skin, throughout the gut, lungs.
And just in case that there's a copyright thing, I'm going to fast forward through.
Well, that would have also got him a copyright, right?
They have
What was
different
that?
rules
What was
for
that video
streams.
called that he was watching?
I don't know.
Scientists have discovered a new organ.
And technically
Discovered interstitium, the fluid-filled highway in the body, because of my fascia facilitated fossilization paper in 2015. I put this up because I could find this, and it was the reason that the fossils were being preserved in such a perfect manner was because of this fascia. And all it is a membrane. But it's a thick membrane. It's not a flat, solid sheet. And that's what they have always thought. So I made this paper, and I said it is one giant system. And they come together, all these fascia collagens, the fluid-filled highway, creating this network, and it comes all together as one giant system in the whole body. Fascia is a tubular, fluid-filled fabric network. That was my paper that I wrote on academia.edu.
Yeah, he's an idiot and he writes paperwork on academia.edu.
back in 2015. Now, let me show you what science
And he's also been banned from it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
had to say about it. Okay, this was what the problem was. Fascia was always considered to be a sports injury type of thing. Now, it says, what is fascia? Fascia is a thin casing of connective tissue, which is really the membrane.
Jesus.
Let's get to the pareidolia.
Jesus.
It could be a heart. It could be your gallbladder. Every single membrane protects this good stuff down here from, you can penetrate this. Who cares? This is just stuff that just goes away. It's like a skin. It falls off all the time. But you get through the skin, you get into the here. Now you got to.
I should have manicured this.
It looks like rocks to me, bro.
This is that guy he was the first one to find mud fossils. As far as I know, he's the only one to find mud fossils.
Well,
Yeah,
he
look at the
started
bottom of the
mud-
screen.
He started mud fossil.
Oh yeah, mud fossil.
University,
Yeah,
and then
Yeah.
there have been 3 or 4 other people that have taken the
crazy.
bullshit. Yeah.
It sounds like they study crazy things, and I know a lot about them.
What about the people or the crazy things?
About the crazy things, trust me. I've seen lots of things. I do battle with the platypus on a daily basis. Trust me.
I got it. I got it.
Hey, everybody in the side chat.
It's like chat. Ooh,
Hey,
let's
Al,
look at the
flat.
trees, and there's James,
Zoo.
and there's Al. Wow,
And trees.
trees. Ooh.
And Tubian.
Oh, is there a tubes?
Yep.
Oh yes, I missed tubes. Oh,
Hey, tubes.
hello, tubes.
Okay, let's
Yeah, I
see
think-
how idiotic this gets.
Let me restart it.
Ariel.
into the lymph system, which is this fluid-filled highway. And it also sends out enzymes to attack invaders. And an
Okay.
enzyme, and it also breaks down your food. It does all that stuff.
I
This
quickly
is
looked
where
over that
all your
video.
biology.
I quickly looked over that video, and you know what it actually says in that video? Yes, there is a new organ that they discovered, but the function of which is not known yet. So the
Yes.
function of that organ is all sucking. He's sucking all of that out of his big fat thumb.
Yes.
Well, isn't this how it works? Someone will say, like, what was it, an interstitium or something, and then they'll just add their own BS to it and try and make it into whatever. Well, the fools will, and the conspiracy theorists will just make up their own BS.
Yes.
That's normally how conspiracies work, isn't it? Like I saw a spaceship and they stuck probes up my backside, and suddenly everyone is getting
really?
probed up the backside.
Exactly. Tell me.
I bet he's a MAGA.
Your body is done. All the rest is just there structurally. Inside these fluid-filled highways, that's where your main support system is, like Amazon.
Oh, my Jesus Christ.
It's like, well, that's like the delivery system of Amazon. Amazon lives in your gut. Amazon lives in your gut. That's where almost all of the stuff that you absorb from what you eat goes into your body through your gut,
Everybody
somewhere
has
along your
Amazon.
intestines,
That is true.
your
That is
colon, whatever. And if you don't have the right bacteria in there, some of that stuff will turn against you. You have to break it down, or it will break you down. And that's what happens. So like in C. diff, it was what they put out this fecal matter transplant to repopulate your digestive system with these bacteria. If you don't have them, you're done. It's case closed. The only way that you can get these enzymes is from these bacteria. And these enzymes are exotic, and they do magnificent amounts of chemistry, just like that. And if you can't do it that fast, it's not going to happen. The body works at the speed of light, literally. In every one of these molecules, they break down using ionization, and they do it in what's called nucleophilic invasion. It comes in here with a whole bunch of different chemistry, and it goes, and they all break down into whatever it's supposed to break down to, according to the click that hits it. It's an enzyme comes and goes click, and all of those molecules out there, right in this general area, they change. It's just like that, which would take literally years for that to happen if it wasn't for the enzyme. The enzyme is just unbelievable, and it not only does that fast like that, and they all change quickly. Anyone that's linked in together with this is called click chemistry. Click magnetically, and then it just continues on. Go down, find somebody else. Click.
Of course, it involves magnets.
Oh my Jesus Christ! My brain.
He
hurts
doesn't
now.
even know what he's talking about. He's hurting his brain and our brains too.
I feel like I need a Tylenol. I'm not going to lie.
Well,
They all do it.
It says here that the body is full of these things. Are these single organs? Because they're not connected at all.
It's
That's what I'm reading here.
It's basically an organ within the skin.
Yeah, the holds fluid.
Yeah, it's one of the layers between.
Hello, Mippet.
Oh, hey, Mip. How are you today?
It's never been proven though. It's still they still need other scientists to back it up and agree. I mean, it's just a postulation at the moment. But Roger, obviously, he's worked it out because he's the cleverest. Well, he went to Mud Fossil University, so he must be the cleverest man on the planet.
Well, no, he made Mud Fossil University even smarter. He made the university.
He doesn't understand anything. Chemicals breaking
themselves
down.
Well, now you know that started in your gut, Mippet, apparently, because of this organ, apparently.
Well, he sees differently than us. He sees giant caves as giant vaginas and outlays of rocks as giant penises, etc. He's obsessed, and boobs with mountains. The guy's obsessed with it. Yeah, Roger, you need to get laid, mate. Yeah. That's your problem.
And I still did not know that he looked like this, because I'd never seen his face for like a while.
Yeah, I've seen him before.
Yeah, and then when I finally saw his face, like, God damn, that's what you look like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I found the video that. Finish what you're gonna say.
I thought he was gonna be.
All I did was Go ahead. We have a delay.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna be like a gray-haired hippie with like a full-brimmed leather hat on that had feathers sticking out of it or something like that. And then he looks like this. It was hilarious.
I just find I find anybody that there's obviously something that goes on in these people's lives where I don't know. He may just be a troll. You never know with these people. You really don't.
He put so much in it like that. This ain't no troll.
But yeah, he has a lot on his channel. I started looking at his stuff the last time I saw him. I think it was actually here. You covered him, Commander.
That's possible.
That's where he was doing the mountains and the the boob mountains and what the giants and all that nonsense. And
Well, that's his favorite.
yeah, well, yeah, he's obviously sex starved, I should say. But a man of his age, maybe. Well, I don't know.
Trust me, if he's been going on about mud fossils, he's probably been an incel a great deal of
Okay,
time.
mes amis, prepare yourselves because I will rock you. All right, well, how am I going to rock you? Well, Immanuel Velikovsky, my hero, predicted all kinds of things long before they were able to do this, which is observe what Venus and Mars looks like and what the great red spot
Oh
looks like.
fuck! Are the
Let
planets
me explain, and this should blow your mind.
No.
Jupiter is the biggest
found-
boob-looking planet and the red dot is it the red spot is a nipple, obviously. The universe, the solar system.
Yes.
This guy is ridiculous. He really is. Well, I think he's great. I think his insanity is awesome. It's so funny, and he's well worth a constant look at.
Yeah,
He's the locale.
Yeah.
he's a
Okay,
science-
I rock you right now. That, my friends, is Mars. Now, this is the trench that crosses all across Mars. It's wider than the United States. Enormous trench. This is Venus, and this is all kinds of what I would consider to be electrical discharges. You see all that looking stuff
my
there?
Jesus Christ.
What is that all about? This is all around the whole planet.
Electric universe theory, too.
He's going to say that it's probably a planet
Wait.
inserted titium or whatever he said it was called.
But like, is he gonna say that Venus fucked Mars? Wouldn't that be the other way around?
Yes.
And like,
Well, yeah.
this image is not an image. This is, I would guess that this is infrared.
And to be fair, Brian, let's Mars
It's a
couldn't
false cover
Mars couldn't
overlay.
help fucking Venus because she's incredibly hot. Boom boom. Ba-dum, tsh.
Oh,
We got
doggo.
the big curvy Earth in the middle, too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now,
Maybe they can do
Mars,
it three-way.
same thing. There's a gigantic college across the whole thing. Well, guess what? Velikovsky said Venus hit Mars and caused this. And in the same time, it almost hit Earth and caused a cataclysm on Earth. And guess what? Nobody knew that this existed. And when he said it, when he claimed these things, nobody could see this. They called him an idiot. All right, here was his book where they destroyed him for making these claims. This was in 1950. He wrote this book, Worlds in Collision. Totally destroyed by everybody. Carl Sagan was vicious against him.
And then
What
Power
he
Man
said-
5000 made When Worlds Collide. Never mind. Sorry, keep going.
It was, the book postulates around the 15th century BC, not long ago, the
Oh.
planet Venus
Jesus.
was ejected from Jupiter as a fiery comet or comet-like object that passed near to Earth, which literally destroyed Earth. An actual.
So how did it fucking destroy Earth 1,000 years ago, yet we are here?
And how did it fall back? It fall into orbit near the sun? Maybe it was like
Also,
a pool shot. You know, a pool shot, a bit of side on it, and it's sort of spun into orbit of the sun.
Oh, they added English. God added English to it when he was hitting the planets.
Yeah.
And it spun it around the. Oh, that's why. Yeah,
but-
totally.
Well, I've seen Star Trek. They speak English.
When was this
today.
book written?
They speak English.
was it written?
Before the 20th century started, I think.
Published
said the
in
1950s.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I see that was
1950s?
published.
Okay, so that
Nice.
wait, no, but then people already did know about planets and orbits, right?
Well, yeah,
I
that's what
think
he's
some
just
of these
saying now. That,
ideas are older than that.
that every scientist sort of investigated this book as nonsense.
Yeah, nobody's ever claimed this to be true. I thought that they always thought that this was a
What a numpty.
science fiction telling and not an actual it being like for realsies.
Oh, it probably is, but Roger thinks otherwise.
That's also a thing. But there's a lot of dumb cunts that think that science fiction things are real things.
Yeah, I don't see anywhere here that it says that it's sci-fi, but I don't see anything here that says it's like a document, you know, supposed to be true.
Documentary. No, as he's saying here, like Carl Sagan, he's just saying Carl Sagan, you know, battered this guy as nonsense, as most scientists would. Of course they would.
Collision is not mentioned because it didn't really hit the Earth. It hit our atmosphere and bounced off it. The object allegedly changed Earth's orbit
It
and
hit off,
axis.
oh my Jesus Christ. It hit off our atmosphere and bounced off? Yeah, because that's a thing. That's how planets running into each other fucking works, you weirdo.
It's like playing ball with planets.
How big does he think Venus is? Like a baseball or something?
And it still wouldn't bounce off of the atmosphere. That's like not a thing.
It could. It could. Something can bounce off of the atmosphere.
You're right. If the angle is not right and the speed or something right, then it could bounce off. That's why they have to hit the angle right to get into the atmosphere. Otherwise,
it's a side pocket. Two cushions.
Yeah. Exactly. Similarly, on the 8-ball. Okay, so anyway.
That's probably what that pink stuff is.
Was an innumerable catastrophes, the Great Flood, the whole thing, that are mentioned in early mythologies. Every single culture had the same story: giants, dragons, a Great Flood.
Okay, I get what
every single culture had a vivid imagination.
Yeah, and they had an not understanding of what was happening in the fucking sky.
Yeah, also, you know, the meteor that, well, it's been, you know, sort of postulated that the meteor, the size of that was basically like the Gulf of Mexico now, that took out all the dinosaurs and, well, most life on the planet.
Do you think he's going to read
basically the size of a double-decker bus?
Yeah.
But if it's flying at, well, weighed obviously thousands of tons, but it also was traveling at like a squillion miles an hour, whatever. Well, not faster than the speed of light, but it was fast enough to destroy the top surface of the planet, apart from the oxygen-filled lower depths of the seas of where we crawled out from, because obviously the top third of the sea was just sulfur-ridden of nonsense and poison.
Is that where we think that the moon came from? Is from that incident, or was it another incident?
Apparently, the moon is part of the Earth. If you go back,
but was it that during that incident that they believe the moon became a satellite? Or, anyways, it doesn't matter. What I wanted to say is, I bet you he's not going to read the last sentence of this, and I read it already. And
the next one,
over it. We need to actually read that last sentence, but let him hopefully step on his own dick or his own tongue.
Hello, trees. Hello, Tapioca Weasel.
Oh my Jeebus, that's what your name is. Okay. Hey, Doctor.
John thinks a Brazilian is a number bigger than a billion.
All religions from around the world. The book was heavily criticized as pseudoscience, catastrophism. The guy's crazy. Many of its claims are completely rejected by established scientific community, as they are not supported by any available evidence.
Okay.
Crazy
pause.
You people are.
Pause.
All right, they attack Velikovsky, they attack me, they attack anybody that comes out with evidence. Velikovsky knew these things happened before anybody else could.
It's okay.
Pause.
Somebody clip that. Somebody go back and clip that last 15 seconds of him saying that. And we need
they attack everybody who comes out with evidence. What evidence are you showing, mate? You're showing nothing.
There is no evidence in those books, and that no other scientist would agree with those claims. That's exactly what it says.
science eviscerated this writer for his nonsense, and then came the flares who are eviscerating scientists now all over the world. They don't exist. They lie because they all work for NASA.
That was hilarious, though. I don't think that he pre-read that sentence before he said it, because I feel like after he read it, he was like, "Shit, I probably shouldn't have read that part out loud."
Well, I actually think he believes in this stuff.
Well, yeah, and he thinks
believes in his opinion.
There's not evidence with the scientific community, in quotes, that it could still be real. Like, he doesn't understand the concept of like hundreds of thousands of people looking over certain evidence and saying, yeah, this is most likely what we can see because we're in the field, comparatively to this douche nozzle who barely probably left his mom's basement doing this type of research.
Well, he must be looking after her now. He must be looking after his mom.
Yeah, well, totally. Or he got,
unless she's disowned him for being a fucking idiot.
Well, maybe he is just locked in the basement. He's probably just locked in the basement. She doesn't let him out of the basement because he talks like this all the time and embarrasses her in front of company.
But these are the people that believe in that. Like, was it Terraria? What's that civilization?
Tartaria. It's supposedly the Nords up in the middle of the Arctic Circle where there is no land, and the and the world tree and all that shit.
Yeah, and this is what these guys believe in that we talk about.
Yeah, these guys believe in that. And obviously, I don't think he's a flat earther, but he's just as stupid. Well, no, he can't be as stupid as a flat earther.
I'm pretty sure he is one of those.
At least his opinions are entertaining. We're flat Earth, just not. It's just so dumb. They're not even funny now. They're just exhausting. If you go on Twitter, they are absolutely exhausting. Them people.
Yeah, speaking of Tartaria,
they're back on the Nephilim now. The giants.
I know. And so, speaking of that devil, I found some guy who. He did a 6-hour video about the extra lands past Antarctica.
Oh, that ought to be funny.
Yeah, Captain Phillips, or whatever his name was.
He did 6-hour video on it, but he did clip it out. He did make it into little hour-long snippets. So we're gonna go over hour-long ones, and we can't go over the whole 6 hours. Although it's so fucking funny. I was like skimming through, and I was just sitting there dying laughing the whole time.
Even those don't know. I mean, you've got Commander there. She protects obviously she protects the ice wall as a penguin in a military suit and lasers. Yeah. But different people, they have different opinions. Like there's a portal there to other dimensions, and they're absolutely exhausting. That's all I can say.
He talks about Atlantis, Tartaria, Bloodtaria, Taria, all of. I mean, oh my Jesus Christ, it's so funny.
I have to see that because it just could be tremendous amount of material for the lore when I start making shorts.
Definitely, for sure. And
I think we should all see that.
We're gonna do an episode on it for sure. Well, we're gonna. I'm not gonna.
I'm sorry.
I'm not letting that out of the cage yet. We're gonna do an episode on my channel, and then we will share it with the world because this dude is underground. He's got like 300 subs or something. But anyways, hey Jason.
You got more than me.
Hey Jason.
Hello, Jason. How you doing?
They didn't have any cameras that could see this. There was no telescopes could see this. Nobody had any clue that this actually did happen except Velikovsky, because he went and did the research. And the planet Venus was literally...
What research did he do? How could he figure that out?
He pulled stuff out of his ass.
I know. He just shat out something, and Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Born from the Great Red Spot, which is literally a vagina, and it is the size of Earth.
Chat said it was a vagina. Someone in chat. I think it was Yinzu.
Did he just say that was a vagina?
Yeah,
Yes,
A
he said the
literal.
great red spot was a vagina.
I
No,
said it was
it
a nipple.
actually-
That was
Literal
false.
vagina.
It's an arsehole. It's an arsehole. It's totally an anus.
Roger, go and lick
And-
it. You'll be
Yeah,
crushed
yeah.
with
And if he starts showing pictures of actual vages, we're going to have to fast forward through that, unfortunately.
Does he do that?
Because in terms
Educational.
of I don't know, but if
Well,
he
I was
does,
I have seen a video
Okay.
I
where
was
they
sort of
pull something
wondering.
out of a vagina. It's a medical video, so
Jesus.
I was sort of
This
wondering
isn't a
about this
medical
big
video.
grey crack in Mars.
Yeah,
What's
but-
he gonna
Yes.
make that as? Is that a bum? Is that a bum cleft?
Let's see what he says.
Right out just like this. It took 7 days to come and impact us, and then come around and hit Venus.
How do you
hit
know
Mars.
7 days,
Create
bro?
all the-
Citation needed. And I'm
is
so
7
scared.
days because it's 7 days in the Bible. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
that's
I
it.
see what you're saying. And I'm really scared to hear what he has to say about that brown circle down at the bottom below the one that's
think
on
that's
Peter's
red
hand
spot.
right now. I'm really scared
that
about
I
this.
believe that is the red spot.
He's
Yeah, so that's a vagina.
gigantic lightning storms and all this. This is all electrical discharge, and this is it's
Then
straight
why
right
did it
across
show
Mars.
you where?
Just
Man.
I don't like
So
him
then
using
why-
the word discharge. It sounds wrong.
Yeah, and that's why I was another reason
Maybe
I
he's
wanted
doing
to
it
stop.
purposefully.
I can
See,
understand his thoughts because he's obviously sex mad. This guy. I can understand his thoughts saying that red dot is a vagina because it apparently is the most awesomest destructive storm in the solar system. Apparently, in that red spot.
Well, vaginas are also
Well,
awesome
they're scary.
and destructible.
Well,
And
7
they
days
destroy
a
things.
week, there's a horrible storm down there.
Hey,
as
West
well.
Side
Never
Girl.
mind. Never mind.
They are
Hello,
scary.
West Side Girl.
Hey, West Side Girl.
Hey, West Side.
The thing is
East
we're
side is
looking,
massive.
we're looking at a scrape along a planet, and then in the other photo on the left, we're looking at a storm or some kind of electrical activity and or weather system. How do those correlate? You weirdo! What the fuck? This is not
You
proof
weirdo.
that they bang together.
I still don't like him using the word discharge.
No question what happened, and it doesn't look good for the future either. Okay, as I showed you, there was no way anybody could have known that Venus and Mars collided. This is the core idea.
Okay, nobody could have
Well,
known. So how
because-
did he know it? Because he pulled it out of his
Exactly.
ass.
Well, I knew
Just
it
in.
from the Power Man 5000 video music. That song. He told me when I was a teenager that worlds collide. Never mind. Just keep going.
Worlds in collision. And it says that the book proposes that Venus formed inside of Jupiter. It was, and what it says in the ancient text is a fiery comet was born from the feared god.
Planets don't
Oh,
have
it's
babies.
the ancient texts.
Yeah,
But also, how did Venus escape Jupiter's gravity?
From detachable penis. No, I'm just kidding.
And why would Venus need to escape Jupiter's gravity if
And what-
Venus
Oh,
is
and-
on the other side of the Earth?
No, but if they were inside, if it was
Oh yeah,
created in
Venus
Jupiter.
came out. Yes. Fuck, I don't know.
Is this part of the mythology, like Roman or Greek mythology, some way, shape, or form? Is that like where these ancient ideals came from, and then because we named planets, that people took that and used that some way to add to the story or keep the story going or something?
I have an idea
Go
that
for it.
Venus came out very young as a gay planet and was frightened by the vagina and fucking run a mile right towards the sun.
It said, "I have to yeet." It's like, "Peace, I'm out." Yes, trees. Slim's penis is the escape pod. Exactly.
God Jupiter, which hit us, or almost hit us. and this was around the 15th century BC. It was ejected from Jupiter as a comet or comet.
In the 15th century,
How-
supposedly, these astronomical things were happening in the sky. Bullshit. There's no way these astronomical
we
things
know.
were happening up there by the time humans were able to write things down and or have a language.
Speed
There's
of
no
Schumacher
way.
leaving.
Well, the orbit of the planet was established billions of years ago.
Yeah, the last extinction thingamabobber with however the things came into our atmosphere and killed 80 to 90% of the living beings. That was the last time there was a major shift in the cosmos around us, right? So yeah,
So the
everything
speed
has-
of Schumacher leaving 9 hitting Jupiter and creating fireballs the size of the Earth was 60 kilometers per second. And you can imagine how strong Jupiter's gravity is to accelerate an object that fast.
Well, yeah.
yeah.
Well, Jupiter
Like
would
object.
crush anything as a gas giant. Any of them out of gas giants would crush anything if you got anywhere near it.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about Shani. Jeez.
She's
Subsequently passed near Earth. That causes the Great Flood. And it says an actual collision with Earth is not mentioned because it hit our atmosphere. In doing so, it changed Earth's orbit and axis inclination, causing innumerable catastrophes, which were identified in early mythologies. That's the Great Flood.
In the 1500s?
Oh, the Great
Flood. Civilizations around the world. 52 years later, it again made a close approach, which is Venus, stopping the Earth's rotation.
But
Sorry, I'm just laughing at Al. Shani free since the stroke of 3. We can't get through a single screen without mentioning that monster.
just the mention of Shani caused 3 people to leave. She is that repulsive.
Damn it. I need to stop talking about
Oh, well, you
her.
should have watched BG Black Guy Television this afternoon. Rev was going on about the sex and the type of sex he has with her. Oh, it was just the worst. It was worse than actually looking at it. I did smack. I have to admit, the first time I saw Brainless online in Red Dead, I did punch him hard. But then he punched me to death.
Do I need to put,
I would have.
get the video? Because I did save the video of that.
Good.
You do remember what happened after that, right?
Well, yeah, you killed me. You punched me to death. I stopped. I actually stopped. But I just thought you deserve a slap for that link.
Of course, definitely. But you know what's even worse is hearing G-Man talk about getting the lotion on his back.
Let's carry on with Roger, please. We'll carry on with Roger, please. This is Commander's stream. Get it out the equation.
Because our magnetic field pushing back, and they sort of causing more catastrophes. Then in the 8th and 7th century BC, Mars itself made close approaches to the Earth, and this incident caused a new round of disturbances and disasters. I believe that Mars was actually hit by Venus, or
hi, Mama.
Very similar, because you can see Mars is destroyed.
Hey, Mama.
Mars was basically torn to shreds by something.
Well, no, that's
whoever hit it pretty damn hard, and you can see Venus. Looks like it ejected all.
Just like with what happens on the Earth, like with the Grand Canyon, things can happen on the Earth, or sorry, on the planet, that cause things to look like things are ripping apart or something dragged across it.
Is he saying that is like a graze from Venus? Because that's not how gravity works. Then planets would have collided and either destroyed themselves or formed one big planet. Or we'd have a second asteroid belt around the solar system.
There would not be enough calmness on the Earth and in the universe, just like we see in a bunch of other universes and galaxies, for us to be here. He's talking about all these weird, crazy, insane things happening throughout history that would have killed humanity, so we wouldn't even be here. So
Yeah, but
this
he's
is
basically
just
saying
ridiculous.
Venus. That's a graze from Venus. That big grey line, which is it's obviously a water.
Something. It's something. It could be. It could just be a mineral vein that for some reason collapsed.
Venus
Or
Well,
ahead.
that's just a false color image of
Well, yeah.
Sure. Who
the
knows
different
which version?
minerals. It could also be topography. It's just a representation of.
Yeah, there's so many
backwards.
things.
And all the other planets do what they call the right-hand rule. Venus is the only one that goes backwards, basically. Uranus has a little backward twist to it, but not like Venus. And this thing just is.
Uranus has got the backwards twist.
Yeah, Uranus has got a
ha-
backward twist there.
Have we done enough of this particular video? I wound up downloading the wrong video, and there's one that I wanted.
Do we have him where he's actually talking about rocks and
Yes.
gems?
Well, I'm just thinking he's talked about vagina and an anus or Uranus. Is he going to say the solar system is one big sex doll?
Eventually, probably.
My hero predicted all kinds of things long before they were able to do this, which is
for crying out loud. That's not the video.
Yeah, get the good video, because this is just insanity.
Okay, my friends, if you've been following me, you know that I've been on NASA's case forever. And here they are up on Mars saying this is the kind of rock we had hoped to find. Well, what they're looking for is signs of life, but they're looking for bacterial life, like some kind of little enzymes or something to show that there was some life there at one time, which doesn't exist anymore, or bacteria that they could actually come back to life if the conditions were right, something like that. There's no life up there to speak of. Now, let me show you what I have found, because there was previously scads of life. Okay, we are going to get to my evidence of what they're.
He said scads of life? Never mind. Okay,
Yes.
Scads of life, yeah. Can I just ask, because you guys have watched a lot more of this, Roger, than me. Does the feather have any significance, or is it just a pointer?
It's a pointer, but it's dirty and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
For some
and it's
reason,
a thing for him.
Yeah, and for some reason he has not told us why exactly he uses that dirty ass thing, but he does. I think he thinks it's like more spiritual or like hippie or something like that. But
to be fair, I don't know what he does. I don't want to know what he does with that thing.
No, you're right. But he's never explained it.
Magic feather.
Yeah.
Some of these are from pictures from Mars, from the Curiosity mission. And then I have the spectral analysis of all the different types of stones and so forth. But before we get into my stuff, let's just see what they have to say about the Mars rocks. This is a very important thing from this Jezero crater, especially rich in carbonate, a mineral linked to habitability.
Jesus Christ.
You went to the wrong university, dude. Did they not do English there?
No, they didn't.
Doctor, there's no way that's the fucking truth. I always thought he always used a feather. I think you're pulling our leg.
Well, I don't know if I'm sure they found some sort of type of water. I know it has a 0.5% or oxygen atmosphere, which is very low down. Obviously, it's a similar size to Earth, And it's obviously got a lot more nonsense, and it needs obviously warming up. And we use the best for warming up planets, but us humans, we know how to warm planets up like a boss. But I find where there's water, there's going to be some sort of bacteria, I reckon, because I don't know.
Well,
maybe that's just me. I don't want to sound like Roger.
Isn't there like crystalline water or something like that? It's like on meteors or
it's
just
frozen.
being frozen, but
yeah, it's frozen. You have ice caps on
it's
Mars.
also like
it's also a lot of it's hydrogen.
But it's also in another state because it being in outer space or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Yes,
and a lot of it has to do with silicates. Now listen to what they have to say. All right, this is Mars rocks.
Sample 24 is called Comet.
This is a core.
I had to basically fast forward through it.
Yeah, totally.
Let's just say that I just don't want to risk the channel right now.
So they drilled around this and left this as undisturbed as they could. That's my understanding. But I understand these colors, and they relate to biology. And I understand these textures here, too.
Biology?
They relate to biology.
Roger,
right. They drilled down.
I'm dumb. Roger is not
How can he not figure out that like rocks are rocks, and then sand, if you push things together and you push other materials together, you're gonna get sediment and other things. Why does it always got to be natural, you fucking weirdo? It's so weird.
Well, Roger, it seems he's convicted. He's obviously convicted himself into this sort of mindset, and bless him, yeah. But to be an old ass human being,
he's entertaining.
He is entertaining. I have to give him that. But he's dumb. He's dumb.
Go through this rock. And they said it consisted of about 75% carbonate grains. Those are like biological little bits and pieces that all could sort of settle down together. And
it's not necessarily biological. It could be, but might not be. It's not conclusive.
Was cemented together by almost pure silica. That's why they're so excited, because it's a silica. Because it is.
Silica means less for life than carbonates.
Absolutely, but
a silica is what you make glass out of.
But oxygen and H2O.
It's just
can
sand.
Potentially make life with obviously the cells to hold it all together, and that's life.
You need carbon, you need oxygen, you need nitrogen, you need a whole bunch of stuff.
And electricity. That's what
silica.
Human body, silica, water.
Preserve soft-bodied creatures. Now, they think this is just sediment. This is not just sediment. This was literally a body part from something, I don't know what.
No, it literally says at the bottom, the last 3 words in this fucking thing that we can see, it says, by almost pure silica. Again, silica is sand, and usually they use up here to make glass. So all of your glass stuff is made out of a silica, but it's a sand-based thing, which is a rock.
And it looks like that was the result of 2 impacts. Like there's just a bunch of sand underneath all of that.
Well, the one on the right is obviously a vagina, and the one on the left is the tip of the penis. That's how he sees it.
I was seeing 2 alien beings getting freaky in the middle on those 2 white splotches. But anyways, that's just me.
The carbonate and the silica is in these, just as I wrote in my paper. All right, this is from my paper, Fascia Facilitated Fossilization. What they're looking at up there is
We're
There it
he's
goes
reading this
again.
Yeah.
We can't escape it.
Body part. I'm going to show you all the other body parts they missed. Now, in this paper, I put down the skin has 50 times the silicon as other tissues. They're drilling through skin, and they're seeing a lot of the silicates.
Silicon? He thinks skin is made of silicon. Did he literally say silicon, or am I just fucking on a sick
Yes,
one right
he
now?
did.
No,
Silicon is
you
something.
you are not mistaken. He thinks that skin is
Roger
made out of
needs to
silicon.
lose his virginity, I think.
Isn't silicon, which would be a silicone, and that is a rubber. So you think our skin's made of rubber now? Is that what I'm understanding, or do you not understand the fucking words that are coming out of your own fucking mouth?
I don't think he does understand words.
Okay, we're silicone-based lives, sure, but the way that he said it made it sound like he was saying that
We are
that,
carbon-based life.
carbon-based.
Silicon is
there we go.
theoretical.
Yeah, we're carbon, but silicone is a rubber. So he thinks that we are all wearing latex suits. Jesus.
And they're getting real excited, but I could see the layers of skin as they went through it. And then I just put down silicon carbide is the fossil version of skin. It's very, very hard. And then I talk about the
silicon carbide is silicon plus carbon, and it's also known as moissanite. It's second to diamond.
fluid-filled highway, the tubular fluid-filled fabric network. That's the interstitium that goes through the
Fabric is
body.
not the right word
And
to
this
use
paper I wrote
there.
back.
It's not
The
fabric.
interstitium.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Seriously, you fucking weirdo.
I can see silicon carbon being Slim's physiology because he's a robot.
Yeah.
Or a cyborg.
Rich.
Yeah. Rogers, please stop. Go out to a bar, find a woman, have sex with her, get on with your life, mate. Look how
Only
old
if she
you are.
consents. Find a consent.
Oh, how can you, he's gorgeous. How can you not?
He's gonna
holding up her brain like that.
Okay, well, have you heard what he's saying? Have you heard what he's
Yeah,
saying?
that prevents him from finding the women's.
Like
right.
his
Roger,
pussy blog.
Roger, go to a MAGA meet. Pick a female. She'd probably be fat with big boobs and stupid, and she'd be wearing probably a star-spangled dress and a big Trump badge, but
and a MAGA hat.
Yeah, fill her with your bullshit. Have sex. Go yeehaw. Trump is the guy, and crack on with your life, mate. Go out. Enjoy it.
Oh my god, he's gonna show us vaginas right now. I can feel it.
And this channel does not in any way sanction Trump.
Yo, absolutely, yeah.
Because they're cemented by pure silk.
Convention, then you know you basically summing up with you. You're probably brainless and have this thing.
Okay, let's blow on with this idiocracy.
That's a big deal, which it is. But Mars was hit by the same catastrophe that Earth was. We almost got hit by Venus. And it went past the Earth and it caused all kinds of problems. And it came back again and it did the same thing again. It didn't hit Earth, but very close. But it did hit Mars, and it created.
Venus
I
boomerang.
wonder if did he say that Venus came out of Jupiter and that Venus hit?
Yeah,
Mars
it came
in
out the
last
vagina of
video?
Jupiter. Came out the vagina of Jupiter.
So
and came out obviously boomerang shape because it brushed against Mars and then came back for another go. He's got sex on the brain, bless him.
Did these terrible, terrible scars on Mars.
Like us.
You see that scar? All right, that's the Mars Valles Marineris crater. And I believe
the Marinara crater.
Here we go.
Here we
go.
Marinated crater? What?
Here we go.
It's
going to say
named-
Venus was a bitch and she was carrying a knife. Slashed them up.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I now I know where he gets it. Look at the color scheme used for this image, and remember that image what color scheme was used for Venus, there was a blue spot on it. And this is also a blue spot. That's how he gets that.
Well, I'm just wondering what he's doing with his right hand while he's looking at these images.
Oh, wait,
I don't want to know.
Up here and came this direction.
He's got a finger up his butt.
And it was literally an electric discharge.
Oh, stop saying
from
discharge.
Venus, because Venus spins backwards. It's extremely charged up. It's hot as can be. It's about 800, 900 degrees, something like that.
That's because it's
And
close
this
to
is what you see from Venus. This is just exactly
that wasn't
like an
blue. Okay,
electrical
I
discharge.
thought for a second that was blue.
No,
And that's Venus. And
but why is this going to the left and the right, and the other one is going up and down? Show me that they were going in the same directions. Right.
The thing is that all these images are CGI. So well done, flat earthers. Yeah, they are CGI. These are colored by NASA. They don't look totally different in reality.
Well, and we're looking at different light spectrums in
Absolutely.
both cases. So you can't use both of these together as proof because we're not looking at the same exact things of the mabobbers. This could just be a lightning storm that's happening on whatever fucking planet we're looking at. I don't even care.
Well, it's a topography of Venus. It has highlands and lowlands and lava plains and all sorts of fun stuff.
But we're seeing it at a weird light spectrum comparatively to the other one, I believe, right? There's not the same light spectrum.
it's all written in the ancient text, and every culture on the face of the planet had the same story. And it wasn't that long ago.
No, they didn't.
Velikovsky went to every museum and library and cultural center and all the historic places and monuments and museum everywhere. And he got the story and all the ancient papyruses and tablets and all that. He's a very, very accomplished scholar, friend of Einstein's, went all around the world, then published the book Worlds in Collision, which talks about this collision between Venus and us primarily, but then it went later and smacked right into Mars and wiped Mars right out, tore its atmosphere completely off and killed everything on it. But everything on it was just like it is here on Earth. The things that are on Mars are biological. They're all over the place biological. And they're talking about this today, finding these grains of stuff, and they're going to analyze them and hope they can find some microbes.
I'm pretty sure Einstein felt sorry for this guy. If he was friends with him, I think Einstein just, he was simple, because even in Einstein's theories of relativity, etc., he uses Newtonian math to. He just expanded on it, obviously. And I think when this guy says, oh, yeah, planets were like bumping into each other, they've got boobs and vaginas and all sorts, I think Einstein said, come on, have a drink with me, friend. You'll be all right. I'll look after you. God love you, sort of thing. As you would with you help out a demented friend out, and but this guy's fallen in love with him.
That's why we bring you on streams, right?
Oh, cheers, mate. I'm going to give you another slap next time when I'm lying together.
Let me show you what they did next.
The other thing is, right quick, I think that this gentleman was the one he's referencing, not not Roger, was a philosopher or somebody who was writing books about like what could be, and they were using ancient references to things to talk about stuff. I don't 100% think that like they were like promoting all of this exactly. So if they did hang out with Einstein, he'd probably be like, okay, yeah, you're a philosopher. I get it. That's different than a scientist. I don't think that dude he's always referencing thought he was a scientist. I think he thought he was a philosopher, because the way that those things are written down, I don't know.
It's questioning reality, isn't it? It's just questioning. That's what he sounds like. He's just a questioner. That's what is the philosophy is his questions.
Yeah, you come up with
the pareidolia.
Yeah.
And the pareidolia. And I really don't want to know what that big purple thing in the middle of the screen, what he thinks that is. But anyway,
to be fair, Slim, I think philosophy plays a great role in science.
Well, and it's a great
Because,
thing.
you know,
for
you need to
humans.
ask these questions in the first place. You need to have the ability to ask these questions. And it's quite hard to look up and say, why does that happen? Well, it's not hard, but it's hard to see it. You know, we just go with the flow. The average Joe goes with the flow and just takes it as, you know, takes it as read.
Human existence needs philosophy because we do need to ask and make up.
I don't think philosophy belongs in. I don't think philosophy belongs in a religion at all. It does not belong there. I think it just muddies the water of a binary question.
That's how they speak.
Is God there or not? Prove he is.
This was all over the news on August 2015. Crab on Mars. Mars crab. Big joke out of it. 2015. Crab spotted. Now, here's what it really was. It wasn't a crab. It was this right here somewhere, right there. All right, this is the shot right down here. Blown up, it's this. This is what they call the crab. Now, where you're looking at right there, I'm telling you straight right up front, that is an artery. These are the blood vessels.
Roger, come on. It's clitoris, mate. What's up with you?
Yeah, duh.
Come on, Roger, see it. You're insane, man. It's clitoris, obviously. And that thing around it is a hood.
Does he think this thing is Mogo?
Yeah. Good
He
one.
can't find the he can't find the clit even if it's right in front.
Not even with a wetsuit.
Service this tissue.
He's never seen one, never played with one. He's never even rubbed one.
He can't even find it if she directs him to it.
That is I'll prove this to you in a moment. That is the vein sucks the blood back up to the heart. This pumps it down and into the muscle, which is this.
Veins and arteries are not connected directly. There's organs in between.
Yeah, that's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. You have one vein artery to the smaller blood vessels that sputter out from there or that go. So it goes the larger.
You have the arteries and veins, and then you have the capillaries.
There we go. Very below.
You guys questioning Mud Fossil University biology? What were you doing?
Yes, I have been working with veins, arteries, and capillaries most of my life.
Only because you get shit stapled to it nightly.
Well, I've done a bunch of blood play as well, and we would tap somebody's artery and we would shoot blood across the stage and hit people with it. I was able to aim with it really well with my ex-partner, where we were really, really.
You see, it's right here.
But anyway,
I can't believe the C19 word offends fucking YouTube. You freak.
This looks
all those
like
little legs.
A face hugger. That's what it is. It's not a crab. It's a face hugger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That it is.
They're going into this muscle, and it's feeding all that muscle with blood, and a lot of blood.
What
now,
muscle?
This
blood.
Well, the rocks kind of look like they might be made of something because they're red.
I'm gonna guess something.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess something, but I totally could be wrong. If there was volcanic activity or heating and cooling of rocks, and that is a cavern or a tunnel, something was shot through it and it congealed or cooled down. And even if there was another part of the stream, eventually from the heat and other things, the ends might have fallen away. And so to me, it's something being expelled through this crack in the rock that is natural, obviously, and it's most likely rock types of thingy-mabobbers and not fucking flesh.
dust is just the red, bloody, soft tissue eroded out, just dusted off. There's no rain up here whatsoever. This is Mars. All right, Mars has no rain, has virtually no moisture in the atmosphere because there's virtually no atmosphere. And as far as I'm
But there
concerned, it
Doesn't it
was
is.
have
white.
electrical storms? Doesn't it have other type of storms that aren't
I
Yeah,
think,
just?
I
but like
believe,
we don't
I
know
believe,
how brittle that stone is.
Of course we don't. It could
and I
fall
believe it
over if we
has some
touch it.
sort of weather downfall as well, because it does have an atmosphere. We know that.
Yeah, so there's weather systems.
There's weather systems
It's
on
just
Mars.
basically dust. Dust
Yeah,
storms.
But apparently, according to like a spectrometer readings, it has an iron core, a bit like Earth. It's slightly bigger than Earth, and it's in that, what they call it, the golden zone or something.
Sure, it's yeah.
Well, the core is also the iron core makes up more of the planet, but it's solid.
And do
It's
we know
not
this is actually
convecting.
fucking real? Do we know this is fucking real at all? Because he could have just
No,
found this
we
from
don't.
exact
Yeah,
thing.
well, a lot of the
This-
core
this-
is molten because of gravity.
Well,
And
that's the way the world. That's the way the universes work.
Oh,
is-
when
is-
Venus smashed right across. That's wider than the whole United States, that scar across Mars. Now, these are
The
It
Valles
could-
Marineris was likely the start of failed plate tectonics.
exactly
Yeah.
sure. I'm gonna say that it's the mole people that dug trenches underground and they collapsed, and that's what we're saying. I'm going with
the sarcomeres. Now, I want you to look at this very carefully. All right, so don't forget, this is our blood. And these need blood. I mean, like unbelievable amounts of blood.
honestly.
Now, these cracks right down here are these little sarcomere pinchers. And these are the connective tissues.
What?
then rocks left and
So-
right of the crab are boob
Wait.
shaped. Why haven't you picked up on that? What's up with you? Call yourself a scientist?
So we were talking.
He's a pareidoleist and he can't even figure out where to find the boobies.
Yeah, they're
Exactly.
there,
So
left and right of the crab.
if you've ever taken like things and put them through a shocking process, overheating, overcooling, what happens to things? They break apart in sections. That's exactly what you're seeing on the left, you dumb cunt. What you fucking are saying that they're the crab claws or they're whatever. No, things break apart into things that look like that. That's what happens in
What?
nature, motherfucker.
I'm seeing what Commander said. I'm seeing hills, mountains. I'm seeing rocks. I'm seeing tectonic plates on the move. I'm seeing water damage because it's obvious that there was water there. I'm seeing entropy. That's all I'm seeing.
There's so much nature there that you'd see. Like if you go to Utah and at southern Colorado, a lot of the thingies look like that because of all of the things we just said: heating, cooling, water
but-
running through it, blah blah blah, stress, movement of the tectonic plates, a handful of other things.
Yeah, but don't forget, Slim, we're self-confessed turds of the brain world. Where Roger has a degree from Mud Fossil University. Yeah, go idiots. And
Yeah,
he's
well-
got that degree there, and he's teaching us.
I'm being.
He
paid
doesn't
by
just have a
NASA.
degree, he's the professor.
He is a professor in it.
Extraordinaire.
Yeah.
You know, and we're self-proclaimed fools. We can't question Rogers there.
Well, and I'm being paid by NASA to trick
Right.
you all into believing there's a globe, anyways. So.
Go on, Roger, crack on.
Now, normally this red blood would pull them together. And the whole, one here and one here and one here, and they'd all pull together and you'd contract your muscle. And this is what it's going to look like in a real live person. Well, I'm going to show you a couple things. One of them is a rock that's going to show this is so exceptionally perfect. And it's going to show there's a ton of red blood amongst the sarcomeres. You have to
Show
have
me
a
that
lot of red blood to
motherfucker.
run those babies. They take a lot of oxygen.
Probably
Okay,
God.
so here we are with the muscle sarcomeres. They erode right down here
Wait,
and right down
hold
here.
on, wait. Mars has a
What's
shit ton
a
of oxygen?
sarcomer?
I don't know, but wait, Mars has a shit ton of oxygen? I thought it was
No, it has
lacking
a
it.
shit ton of carbon dioxide,
Yeah,
and
he
it
just
lost most of its nitrogen and oxygen.
said
And it
this
has
is what
almost no hydrogen that's not bonded to water. That's not
That's what
bonded
makes
to
it.
oxygen.
That's what makes the Red Sea red. The sand at the Red Sea is red because of that.
I'm
And
sorry.
that's why
if
there's no life in the Red Sea. Or was that the
I'm
Dead Sea?
sorry.
I mean, the
Well,
Dead
I
Sea.
guess it has a
Yeah.
ton of oxygen, but it's all
It's
bonded to
just-
something.
Yeah. And I'm sorry I had sex with the Dead Sea and now that's what's left over. I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
And
Tell you what, the
red
solar
stuff
system is just fucking
comes
one
away.
big orgy. To this
All of
guy.
these
One big orgy. That's
It's
all it is
totally-
to this guy.
Exactly. Anyways, let's blow on with this.
little fibers stay. So you'll see these blocks of these little fibers, just like I showed you. And this is contracted and this is relaxed muscle. And this is exactly what it is right here. These are those sarcomeres.
Christ. No.
Here's all the red stuff eroded.
No, that's not what it is. I wonder how long he keeps going on like this. This is a 30-minute video and we're 11 minutes in.
You know what I hate about the likes of
Doctor.
why he's popular? Because you get these trolls that just, they just urge him on to just keep making this nonsense. Because he is a lolcow, obviously, and they urge him on, and it just doesn't help at all with the education of the planet.
How many subs does this motherfucker still have?
Over 100,000. Let me check.
He's got tens of thousands of subs.
Almost 200,000.
Holy fuck!
And I bet most of them will be trolls, just urging them on. Oh yeah, we get you. They don't.
Yeah, no, it's
totally
I wonder if we started producing bullshit. Whether
That's the
or
way
not.
forward.
Yeah.
I think that's the way forward. Just make up stuff. Make up stuff.
Yeah.
Get the flat earthers involved. We'll be rich.
But dog, I don't know that much about makeup.
It doesn't matter. You just make it up.
Dude, he just made a video 54 minutes ago. He's got 684 views on it and 28 comments. So
You
people
found boobs on Pluto, haven't you? They found giant boobs on Pluto. I know it's probably that.
Oh, and by the way, could everyone remember to leave comments, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already?
Totally.
You just mentioned comments.
Yeah, that's the only way to grow this channel is by doing that. So please, everybody, do that.
Yeah, it helps with the algorithm, as Slim would say.
Exactly.
Out of it, which is the soft stuff, and this was the red blood. Now let me show you another rock sample showing sarcomeres that are still pristine.
Sarcomeres? God damn it! I hate his fucking wording.
Pristine.
That's probably
Pristine
not
stuff.
even the way way it's spelled. I'm gonna Google that.
Yeah, no, he's not
Stock
saying
images.
something right, I think. Because I know a lot of big words, or I have gone over.
Sarcomeres.
Okay. I mean, I've looked into all of these subjects that we normally go into, and I've looked at rocks and looked at them other stuff. My stepdad used to find gems and stuff and then tumble them. We had a huge tumbler in our backyard that we would tumble rocks for 8 hours straight to get gems out of them. And we would go and we could sell them once we cleaned them up and stuff.
Yeah, I can't find.
Yeah, I think he's making up a word or not pronouncing it close enough
he's
to
making it out.
what
Well,
it should be.
Yeah.
Roger wouldn't make up words. Of course he wouldn't. My God, he's the cleverest man on planet. He went to Mud Fossil University. He was the professor there.
He
He
made
is the
he made a
curator of it. He's the president.
Check this out.
I still don't understand why
So,
university is not a
this is the
protected word.
surface up here, the skin, basically. This is the fleshy part just below the skin until you hit the muscle. These are the sarcomeres. Exactly what I showed you. This is red blood.
Sarcomeres.
That's red.
Is it with a G, sarcomeres?
So,
I'm sure we'll get the same results, Commander.
time periods through different rocks, and pressures causing them to turn into different types.
And what scale is this anyway? Because if this is something under the microscope,
Pardon me.
It is. Probably is.
Oh, I see what you're saying, Commander. I was just thinking we're looking at layers, but yeah, if this is microscopic, but once again, you have things on the bottom is going to be more compression, and the top is going to be less compression. There are going to be things in between, so it will look like the top would look like skin per se, because it's not going to be as compressed.
it also depends on the minerals involved.
Well, of course, but he obviously is picking and choosing what he wants to show us to propagate his ideals. But that's the way most things work. The top looks a lot looser than the bottom or the middle and bottom. So I mean, that things will look like that.
I always hope that the bottom is not as loose as the top. Never mind.
Oh, I found sarcomeres.
Okay.
It means it actually is a word. It's sarcomeres, and it means a functional unit of striated muscle.
Oh, that's why he keeps fucking saying it. Okay.
Yeah, fair play to the chief. That's why we're the idiots, and he's the professor.
Yeah, and before we get started, yeah, honey, when you get my age, your bottom is a lot tighter than yet. Never mind, we'll talk about that later. Anyways, let's keep going.
Red blood.
And just as a comment, we're coming up on almost an hour and a half.
And if you don't have it, they don't work. You have to have it flushed with blood all the time. There's tons of blood in muscles. I mean, gushing with blood.
The blood flowing? There's
And
no blood
I have
flowing
the
in
same
that.
thing here. Let me show you the ones I have in my shop.
That's not what
it's just
muscle looks
basic.
like, anyways.
There's not tons of blood in muscles. They're all inoculated by blood vessels that go to muscles and empower them.
Hey,
I'm still
I just thought of something.
Yes.
Do we know anybody that lives close to him?
Where does he live? Like in Michigan?
He lives in Boston.
Boston? Oh my god.
I would happily pay for a prostitute just to sort his head out.
No. You know what? What I was thinking, like, why don't we find some cheap ass rocks and sell it to him?
Oh,
that would be brilliant. Because, like, to give you an idea, that's like a 5-hour drive.
I found a penis-shaped rock. Buy it, Roger. $100,000. It's a real penis, by the way.
Dude, if we took a huge dildo and like plastericized it and then covered it in other things.
Well, no, but I get where he's coming from, because in the Christian Bible, the ark, which was protected by rock monsters, giant rock monsters.
Oh my Jesus!
That's a Book of Enoch.
Yeah, in the Book of Enoch. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And that's probably what is on his mind, that these giants exist and they were male and female, and he just sees genitalia all over the place. I'd love to live in his mind for a little bit. You would as well, Slim. I'd love to live in his mind for a bit and go,
I think that would be a scary place.
He wants to get pounded by rock monsters, is what I
don't know. You could go to a Trump rally and go, wow, look at that fat orange guy. That looks like a giant tit. Well, he would be correct, actually. That's probably the only time he'd be correct. But, hey.
You ever see Legend of Zelda? You ever see the Legend of Zelda? There's these creatures called Gorons. Maybe that's what he's into.
He's totally into Gorons for sure.
Bestiality. Yeah, go on, Roger. I can totally see Roger into bestiality.
But then he needs to go look closer to volcanoes, doesn't he?
I thought they were like the Rocky monsters.
They're like hot vaginas to him. Hot
Yeah,
vaginas.
and they live in the warm parts, near the volcanoes.
Yeah.
Oh, someone, Johnson Jacoby, he says 45 minutes with traffic.
Jason.
Jason.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jason
That
found
would
a
be
top-shaped
fun.
rock and sell it to Roger.
But how do you even get him out of his house? That's the problem. He's doesn't
Well,
wanna
I'm
leave
sure
his
his mum will
basement.
answer the door and say, "Where's Roger at?" Oh, he's downstairs in the basement with his feather.
And then after
Probably,
I show
he's
him,
probably masturbating. Let me just check.
and then after I show him the rock sculpture, I'll rock his mom upstairs while he's downstairs looking at it.
Jason, if you want, join the server. We'd love to sell Roger some fake rocks.
Or we'll figure out something like that. If you can somehow find him somewhere, if it's not too far your way, that would be amazing to. Anyways, we'll figure
That's
that
just
out
a
later.
stupid idea that just popped into my head. Like, I'm just fucking curious. I'm just fucking curious if I'm just so fucking curious if he would fall for it.
We can totally
He
figure out.
would. I'm pretty damn sure.
Just
And
come up
we
with
could
with
do
a
a
good
really
story.
good job making. We could even use cement. I mean, make it heavy too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Doctor, you should totally
And
try that.
anyone, Doctor, you can also join the server. It's pretty much going to be public soon anyway.
Yeah, and
Make
Doctor,
sure you put on this rock. Make sure you chisel in a little crab at the end, a little rock crab, and say, "Look, that's the blood vessel, mate. It's got to be real."
Doctor, to let you know, I think he responds by email. So I know there's an email he has somewhere on his thing. Go let us know if you can get do that and get him on your channel. That would be amazing.
If you want to find Roger, by email, it's fuckbrainnincompoop@gmail.com.
No, it's at Mudfossil University.
It's probably
obviously, yeah. Sorry, yeah, he's obviously got his own
domain somehow.
His own domain, yeah. Fuckbrain nincompoop at Mudfossil University. Where's he? Boston. What's the area code for Boston?
It's probably
I have no
conspiracy theory. No,
.bo.
How can we say it?
.aol.
I remember there was this one video where he was complaining that people just down the road at MIT told him he's a tinfoil hat man and to stop contacting him.
Most of his channel is that, but that's the thing with trolls. They'll push him. They turn him into lolcars and they just push him into doing all sorts. Oh, poor Cyrax and that. What's his name? Music Biz Marty. He just he tortures that poor kid. Well, he's not. I don't know. He's not a poor kid. He's a fucking idiot. But
that's the thing is these people don't realize they're being pushed into getting stupider. This is it. Yeah, when we've had trolls and we have had people come in trying to push our buttons, but I understand this. I'm a carny. I know when people are trying to fuck with me, so we have a lot of fun with trolls on my channel, but I never let them get to me, unlike some of these people who just don't understand the concept of like Cyrax, Shani,
Rev, Josh,
Yvonne.
King Cobra, Jessica. All them people, they're just pushed into this nonsense.
Naked and lying,
They don't by troll. Most of their channel is trolls who agree with them for their own fucking sick fucking ways that made you. Because if Roger stopped producing this sort of, I mean, what's that? That's an arse. You pause that on, Commander. That is a bumhole. I can see that. That's a shanny bumhole.
The same thing as
Yeah, he's going to say that's a buttock cleft right there.
Yeah, so let's crack on.
And he'd probably kiss
I
it.
just showed you. Up here is the surface, which is basically the skin, the outer layer. Then you have all of this blood flushing down into this pink muscle. That's a tendon. They don't have blood to speak of. Tendons are just like rubber bands. There's almost no blood whatsoever in there. But here, you see here, it started to pour. That's an actual artery. Now, if that had the little legs sticking off of it, it would be exactly like the Mars crab. It would be identical.
Can I just tell you what that looks like? That looks like a close-up version of Jabba the Hutt with his eyes closed.
It kind of does.
Higgy wiggy, right, Skywalker.
Jesus Christ.
That's Jabba the Hutt, I'm telling you. He sees it too, but he won't admit.
It's flushing blood into this muscle so that the muscle can do its contractions and so forth. This is primarily connective tissue as it does its abrupt transitions. It transitions here, and then you're into your really floppy muscle. Here, it's still very...
The floppy muscles.
Oh, he's got to finger it, innit? Look. He's fingering that bum.
He's totally somebody fucking.
Oh, I mean, I paused it. At the
what
right
a great
time.
way to pause.
Yeah,
he's just about to stick
that
his.
somebody.
I bet he pulls it out and smells.
tendony. All right, that's very, very tough stuff. And this was attached to a bone. I have the shot showing where the bone is. Somewhere here. Here it is.
Yeah, it's
There's the two of them together.
Sure.
There's a bone.
Jesus
What
Christ.
are you doing, man?
I have no clue.
Brainless do phenomenon. Come on, seriously.
Oh, where
Right
is
here.
it?
And that pins the bone to the tendon and then the tendon to the muscle.
Phenomenon.
There's nothing.
So right here, we're seeing that little pin.
Phenomenon.
The bone is up here.
You weirdo.
not a
Literally,
touch
there's
screen.
nothing in
Go
that
for
fucking
it,
rock
Roger.
that shows any of that shit. You fucking. I'll be.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I felt sorry for Shani once years ago. Now, once I realised, same with not Cyrax, he was a bit of a git, but this guy, I actually do feel sorry for him. It's just, it's pitiful.
Yeah.
It's pitiful that his education is edged on and urged on by these trolls that just make him complete these videos and make them say, "Oh yeah, you have a point, Roger. Yeah, that rock does look like a tit or a fanny or a vagina or a penis and things like that." And they just push him and push, and this guy's just wandering around like deluded, picking up rocks and that looks like a big fucking testicle. That rock. I'm gonna take that home and make a video about it. And I'm
No, I honestly feel like people send him these rocks and tell him what it is, and then he fucking just runs with it. I honestly think that.
Well, we
That
found a money
is-
spinner then. Let's join the trolls.
Let's send him a fleshlight that we covered in concrete. And be like, here's a real. Never mind.
This is a plastic vagina, believe it or not. Found it on Mars.
Yeah.
Next to the blood special.
Oh, that's awesome. There's the going to works at midnight. But other than that, what I'm saying is it's probably a good idea to call it.
Sure.
Oh, you kidding me, aren't you? It's Sunday tomorrow. We can have a sleep in. I want to see more of Roger. Maybe,
We can do a little
maybe
bit
another
more.
10 minutes.
Yeah, let's do a little. Let's do a little
Oh,
bit
please,
more.
Commander, please.
That's
Another
enough.
10 minutes.
All right, so that's sarcomeres, and that's the red blood has to be in there to make those sarcomeres work. And those sarcomeres were right here up on Mars, called the Mars crab.
Crab people, crab.
Mars
people.
got crabs.
Well, look at that.
I told it to not have sex with Venus.
Well, look at that. That's just
Right,
that needs shaving. That needs grooming. That pussy hole.
Go 2 in 1. This is the Mars Morse code. Again, big thing about it. They saw it and Jim just
Mars
let it go.
code. What's the Mars code?
Otherwise known as the Mars pubic mound.
This is pinched together skin. This is pinched together skin. This is expanded skin. Stretched. Stretched. You see it? Stretch.
But why? But why?
Oh.
Why?
Lick the screen, Roger. Lick the screen. Spread the skin and lick.
Is he going to talk about how this is Mars' scrotum?
Totally.
I think so.
Oh, there we go. I can see scrotum skin. Okay,
would be
that makes
awesome.
sense. I was gonna say otherwise, why would you have pinched in skin and stretched out skin next to each other? That's not a thing. But scrotum skin, okay, I can see that.
Stretched. Pinched. That's pretty standard. That's sort of relaxed skin, and you just nobody's
standard,
full,
yeah.
nobody's doing this, no that. This is crunched, and no, you can see these straps. That's what these things are. They're straps, and they can pull, and they're a little bit gooey. They're not as tough as the.
I remember the straps with the penis thing. Yeah, this is a scrotum. This is a giant.
Say again.
This is a giant bollock. He's going to say it because he went in with the penis. It was always straps on it with the penis. With the penis rocks, it was straps. In fact, I can see it. You know, them ones you used to draw in your school desk, with little bits of spunk coming out the end. I can see one. Well, I'm pointing at my screen, but I can see one there.
Sure. And yes, Jason, he's never seen a vagina before. The only time he's seen a vagina is when he was coming out of it from his mom, and that was the last time.
Those are the toughest things going. The skin and the tissue under it is also very erosive. It erodes away, but in this case, it doesn't erode from water. There is no water here. And that's how I know we're up on Mars. There's not a drop of water touched this, ever.
Yeah.
Not ever.
Get your tweezers out, Roger. They're ingrown, some of them. And get his tweezers out because some of them look ingrown.
But, you know, please use your mind.
We're doing that.
Your mind is a terrible thing to waste.
We are, Roger.
And why are you doing it?
He doesn't have one.
You believe Mars is made of fucking skin, dude. We are using our minds.
And Mama, it's Abby normal, not AB normal. It's Abby normal. But anyways, keep blowing on. And
What I'm showing you here is very, very difficult to dispute. This is pinched together, whatever it is, some kind of fabric, some kind of stretched fabric. The balls are the anchors. Now, there is...
He said it, the balls.
Yeah. Mars is lycra.
An anatomical picture showing this exact same thing. It's called interstitching. Now here it is in a creature. So don't forget, we got the balls.
The balls.
Yeah, no, but he's not talking about scrotums. Like the things that look like ball equals that. Those apparently are anchors.
Anchor balls?
Wankers.
Jesus Christ.
And they have little straps coming out of them.
That's
and normally
not how your
together, but they
cells work. They do not look like that, you dumb cunt. They
Yeah,
actually,
but Slim, every time he's mentioned strapped, it's always been a penis-shaped rock.
I know, and he's always putting his hand like that over it. But anyways,
This is going to be genitalia. Trust me. He's going to tickle it with a feather and then lick the screen.
I know, but
Stretch, as you
cells,
can see. And these balls are not, they don't erode very easily. See how they're all over the place?
somebody
But the
clip that.
straps,
Somebody clip that. Balls don't erode evenly or something. I don't know, but somebody clip that.
But you go clip it.
I can't.
I
gotta
need
open
to
up another
make a
screen.
mention.
Go ahead.
There,
What, Commander?
15 minutes, 40 seconds.
Well,
Okay,
let's just play
somebody,
it.
somebody find it on his.
the straps are a little bit gooey. The balls are not gooey. Now, here's what happens in actual.
Gooey balls.
Let me feel. Oh, they're slightly
Listen,
gooey.
can we
My
just
balls are
play the video
moist
until we get
right
to him mentioning genitalia? Mars
Oh,
genitalia,
yes.
please.
But let's keep blowing on.
He's going to do it. He is.
Hold on, where'd it go? Interstitium, where are you? Here it is. All right, now this is that Mars Morse code. There it is right there. And you're looking down at it. These are all the balls, and these are the straps that run around. And
So,
if you pull this
again-
way, the bags are full of fluid.
Once again, that looks nothing like the last bullshit that we were fucking looking at, you dumb cunt. Like I was saying, cells look like this, not like lines and saying muscle could technically look like that, not what he's looking at. So even
But he's not looking. He's not using an electron
I know.
microscope. There.
I know.
He's using a cartoon image.
Yeah, and
It looks like the Flintstones wall.
yeah. And then look at what he's gonna say with the next bullshit, because I already know what he's about ready to say. Looking at the
I just
fucking
wanted
white
to mention
images.
he sees genitals in it. I really do.
It looks like STDs. Anyways, let's keep going.
It would go that way, and it would stretch out. And these would stretch. But the balls will pretty much stay where they're attached to. They're the anchors.
Why are they
That way
there?
you can do all.
You don't know why
We
they're
have
there, you
to
dumb cunt.
keep stopping because
I'm sorry,
he
just
keeps
go.
saying balls.
I know. Goddamn balls. Okay, keep going.
That sort of stuff, but then you sort of come back where you're supposed to be. Now, look at how tiny these things are. These balls. Now, we're talking about.
There's a star-shaped ball there. What's the green star-shaped ball? What the fuck's he going on about?
No, he's admitting that he got small balls. Look at how small these balls are.
Are we going to start doing a ball count? We need a ball counter at this point.
I mean, there should be like a drinking game, and every time he says balls, you take a shot.
Yeah, we die. We all die after that.
Oh.
Creatures that are just astronomically large, and therefore these balls, which you.
I'm just guessing that Roger's balls are astronomically large too.
These balls.
You need to empty them. You need to get laid, Roger. Just get
somebody
laid.
somebody needs to educate him that it's not these balls, but you say these nuts.
What, really? What, brainless? What, brainless speaking the obvious? He needs educating?
Like, he says these balls, but it's, as Al said, these nuts.
If your balls are that swollen, you need to go see a urologist. Okay, anyway.
And if they're star-shaped, then you need to join the fucking circus with you.
Yeah,
if your balls are
star-shaped, I'll hire you. I'll hire you.
Absolutely.
Just saw up on.
Let's crack on.
Sorry, crack on.
And these are the same thing, the Moki marbles.
No, they're not. Oh,
right, this is also.
All these giant bollocks. What happened to the giants that were attached to the fucking thing?
Jesus Christ, Beavis and Butthead.
With a eunuchs?
They're all
with the
eunuchs,
giant
yeah,
eunuchs, and this was like a eunuch bollock graveyard for giants.
That's exactly what happened. It could be no other reason.
Man. Roger, you are Fuck, your head is just gone.
I am making a note. I have to clip this and actually make a short out of it.
Good idea, because this son of a bee sting is
What,
all I got.
Roger's eunuch bollock graveyard?
Oh, or you clip clip all the bits where he says balls, these balls, balls.
Oh no, fucking hell! Then you're gonna show the whole video.
If
the
Mama
guy's
is
fucking
not
incessive with his fucking body,
with his balls.
Well, he doesn't say here's some teeth, does he? It's always fucking blood vessels and clitorises and fannies and fucking balls and penises and boobs. The guy is fucking obsessed with fucking sexual organs or sexual body parts, or what we find sexual. And the guy is.
I'm gonna guess that Mama is gonna be having a short or something soon where Roger is just saying balls over and over again. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you know what I mean?
Balls. But my name's Roger.
Hi, my name's Roger, and I like balls.
And penises
and all I think about is balls.
Well,
everywhere I look, I see balls and penises. Sorry.
Just don't go near Jupiter's vagina, that you will die, people. And that's don't listen to Roger. If you go anywhere near Jupiter's vagina, you will probably die. Maybe. I don't know. Well, no one knows, but you will. Just don't do it.
In interstitium. And this is the same thing here. This right here is the skin. This right here is the skin. This right here is that floppy sheet.
No, that's not how that works. And Mama, I don't know where you got that idea from. Anyways, that's not what those things look like, you fucking dumb cunt. Literally, dude. They're rocks that are like above the seafloor, or they're on a beach. And it's because those rocks are made out of a certain thing that they turn into looking like those. But why are you showing them at this angle instead of showing it to us from above? The angle you're using for those rocks makes it so it looks like those things you're talking about. But if you actually look at it from above, they look more like ovals or eggs or something like that, not as much like the skin patterns or the cell patterns that you're showing us. Anyways, never mind.
Can we not just entertain Roger and say it's a eunuch bald giant grave? Well, giant balls for eunuch's graveyard. Entertain him. He'll finish the video and we can all go home.
Oh, I'm not home yet? God damn it. That's how drunk I am.
You know what I mean.
Never mind. I know.
Well, you were taking a shot every time he said balls, so I'm surprised you're still alive.
Yeah, no, I'm ready to fall over dead from alcohol poisoning at this point.
If you want to donate a kidney to Slim for this evening's stream, then leave a comment in the
Anyways, let's crack on. Let's crack on.
Okay, crack on.
Stuff with all the anchors in it and all of the floppy things, and all of those balls have eroded out of this.
Go, keep going.
Ball. And here they are right here, because they don't go away. The straps turn into mud. You see, these are all mud. The straps and all the fleshy stuff just turn into the mud. There it is. It's just mud.
No,
these do not do that.
It's not with that. Oh, Jesus Christ. And Mama, yes, there is the set of rocks in the Garden of the Gods is in Colorado Springs near me that look like giant toes, and like that's part of the whole like Giants of the Gods thing for that thing. But anyways, that's not what happened here, you idiot.
Well, that's erosion.
I want to say that I believe this is actually volcanic leftover from something in the place that it's at. So that's why I think these things are here, but I could be wrong.
You mean pillow lavas?
Yeah, that's what I believe we're looking at right now. Because I think I know what area he's talking about. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. It's lava bubbling from being covered by ocean. because if you look in the background, see the wall that's there of rocks. See how there's two lines on it? I know it's really hard to see. There's a really dark line, and then there's a lighter line up top. I believe the ocean was to that dark line for a gazillion and a half years. And that's why the top is light, because it's actually been hit by more light for longer than the bottom. And something happened to where that drained. And so these were underwater for the whole time when they were being made. They were not made above water in the ocean, which I believe was volcanic bubbling of a certain eruption, or with a volcano, underwater volcano that I believe is not there anymore, or it has moved further away. I don't remember, but that's what we're saying. You fucking weirdo, and it takes 5 milliseconds.
May I also add that scientists like, Sagan, Einstein, Hawking, Dawkins, Newton, etc., also used floppy things in their math.
Yes.
Oh, and can I point something out real quick? Because
of course,
here is Mr. Image Search. I do not believe that is the color of that image.
Of course, he found the doctored version of a lot of things that
because
were miscolored. I believe
that is all orangey and stuff, but I do not see that. Like if I do a reverse image search, I cannot.
You know what that looks like, Brainless? What you almost walk through. It looks like what you a giant version, what you almost walked through in Red Redemption 2. Especially when my horse crapped all over me when I stood behind it. Fucking Bertie bastard. What's up with that horse?
Yeah, they shite a lot just into it.
I found that out.
Jason, if you can get up there to chisel tits on Abraham Lincoln in that amount of time, then they probably give you an award. But if you try to go up there, try to do anything, it's a federal offense, and you'll probably go away for about 10 to 20 years. But anyways,
if you know Richie Rich, he's got a laser that can do it.
Yeah, no,
I do find it at some point where it's referenced as fossils, and I got it.
Okay, but Jinx, we're totally talking about Rocky Mountain oysters, totally, and I'll be eating those live on stream in the next week or so, or something like that. I'll actually get them cooked properly.
The Galactic Penguin Federation does have lasers.
Yes, they do. Yes,
I've built lots of innators. I can tell you that much.
Exactly.
But they are being colonized by some kind of sea stuff that is eating the blood. There's blood in these. Now, in the desert, different story. These washed off of the fleshy stuff washed away sometimes, some huge flood or whatever, and just left the balls.
Okay, let's see.
He said balls.
Oh, I thought he said bulge. But anyways, let's keep blowing on. And if it is,
And they're just laying around here. So there's, of course, this is a desert, but they're the same things as these, and which is in skin, and they're the same things as these, which are the multi marbles, and this is up on Mars.
Say what you said before.
He said it was a desert, but there literally was like all kinds of vegetation around that in that one photo. Not the one exactly on the beach, but the one next. Anyways, let's blow on. Anyways,
can I ask Commander just one quick question? Just going back like 50 seconds. Is the Intergalactic Penguin Federation going around Earth and local planets, carving genitalia with their lasers into rocks, etc., just to troll Roger?
Hey,
so you can make content.
Doc, we cannot talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna give us up. I'm gonna have to press the red button.
I'm there. Yeah, I get it.
Crack on.
That's rabbit dropping.
Same thing.
That's what they want you to think. They're gerbil
That's
droppings.
Oh, gerbil, yeah.
exactly.
So I have shown you the skin, the milky marbles, the tendon, the muscle,
The
the
vagina.
Mars crab, the artery.
Jesus Christ.
The clitoris crab.
Yes, totally.
Oh, yeah.
It's the hood crab. The
It's a
clitoris
clitoral.
hood crab.
The vein, the dusted off bloody, residue that comes out from between these connective tissues. All right, you've seen this, which is the interstitium.
That ain't shit, homie. Like literally, again, that's not how your cells look per se. Could it be like a close up of some kind of skin pattern? Maybe, but like it really isn't anything. Yeah. That's not how your
It's
cells
basically
look.
the ball sack of Mars. That's what it is.
Yeah, executively.
And those are going to end up being milky marbles. If everything else eroded, those are going to end up being just the balls. Just like I showed you a minute ago.
One more time.
Now,
One more time, Mama.
This also is on Mars, and that is not just some kind of little holes that are there for no reason.
Citation needed, motherfucker.
I look
what are
at
you
this.
talking about? I've never
Say that
seen
again?
that. I've never citation needed. I've never seen any of these things. What he's talking about of images from Mars. So who and where are you getting these images from? But let him keep going.
It's some kind of biology, and I would say this is more than likely some form of a lung. You see all these little things. That's not just sand dunes, and you see all these little pock spots in there. I think this is these are alveoli.
No, that's not what the
And
inside of
that's
your fucking lungs look
alveoli.
like. I know because I have fucking asthma and I've actually had my lungs x-rayed and all these other things, and then they explained to me how the air pockets work and how allergens go in and how like I almost died multiple times, and I spent 2 weeks on steroids that were almost like meth to save myself in the hospital while I was watching the Desert Storm War live 24 hours on TV and saw a bunch of people die. But we'll talk about that trauma later. But no, that's just not what your lungs look like. If your lungs,
You know what it
like
looks
this,
more like?
you're gonna die.
You know what it looks
Sure.
more like? It
Sure,
looks
go
like
ahead.
a microscopic view of skin from an elderly woman that grew up in Chernobyl.
Did I say areola? I meant anyways. No, it does not look. It looks like somebody who just got shot 100 million times, or it looks like cheese that has been shot with a machine gun.
Where's the Mars blood?
It
then?
looks
Where's
like
blood?
mold.
It looks like
Okay,
mold.
those-
It looks like
yeah.
someone
Hey,
who
guys.
grew up in Chernobyl, an old elderly woman who grew up in Chernobyl.
I looked up those rocks. I guess they're quite close to you, Hair Dog. I posted the YouTube the Google Maps link in the side chat.
And if we looked up, I'm not suggesting, but if we
North
looked up
from you.
what the lungs in humans actually looks like, it looks completely different. And this bullshit. This is not.
Yeah,
what
but not
yes.
to Roger, and he's a professor, so shush and let's let him finish.
Oh, so every other scientist and people that like have studied the field, we're
yeah, but
completely
Roger
wrong
is
comparatively to him.
is the
Some
founder
guys.
of Muff Fossil University. He's the brains here, mate. We're the fucking
Hey,
idiots. Don't forget.
So what you're saying is, if I start my own university, then I can tell everybody what to do. Anyways,
Well, Trump did,
crack
but
on.
he scammed his university. He grifted
Well,
it.
and it got shut down.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't do
Sued
that,
him.
Slim.
He
You're
got
honest, guy.
sued by multiple people because they couldn't use it as an actual viable source for accreditation. Anyways, let's keep
You think
going.
Marjorie Taylor Greene went to Mud Fossil University?
Dude, she went to Dumb Twat University. Anyways, let's crack on.
It's the same thing, isn't
From a
it?
lung. Now, I don't know how they took this picture or how big it is or anything other than that it's from NASA. And this here, to me, this
is
some
coral.
kind of like oxygen tube or something.
Yeah.
This looks like coral.
It can be calcium deposits. It can be so many other thingy-mabobbers that cause it to look like that.
It's not an MRI of Roger's brain, obviously, because it's not smooth enough.
No, it
No.
was smooth.
And also those rocks, like
University,
a small description of that cliff behind it, like the red and white cliff that he showed earlier with the weird rocks in front of it.
See, Mom's right. Roger got tenure at Wood
Ooh,
Fossil
does anybody know the
PragerU is what I'm thinking too, Jason. You're right. Anyways, let's go on with this stupidity.
Coming out of there, and up in here, there's going to be some kind of transfer. Look at this. This is too much. Too much detail. Way too much detail.
Oh my Jesus Christ!
Look at that.
Please, Roger, redeem yourself somehow. Just say it's a penis.
Too much
with
detail.
warts on it. Say it's a giant planet penis with warts on it or moles. And be done with it.
Amazing what modern satellites can do.
It is actually, yeah.
Executively.
And this also shows that Mars. It's because apparently this is Mars, right? What he's talking about has has weather that can move sand and rocks on the planet.
Sure.
It shows it has weather conditions.
Yeah, totally.
I think I know where this is from. This is the polar regions, and those big black spots are possibly where you had volatiles basically erupt because of heating.
Yeah, okay. I thought he'd move from that to Mars now. I thought he's talking about Mars with a similar sort of concept, with similar sort of details on it.
I don't.
Well, that's where I think it is. It's with the polar regions of Mars.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Go.
Finish what you were gonna say.
No. Go ahead.
That's biological. It's not just some sand dunes that piled up there. All right, but it's just one of those things.
Just one of those things.
It's a similar sort of.
And this is.
What's the name of it? The upper wall of a vagina, don't you think?
Totally.
That sort of.
If you're so smart. There, Roger, why have you not figured out a way to not project your screen using these things? It's like we have all figured out a way to use our computers.
Roger, he's so clever, mate. He's so clever.
He's so
that
clever.
A fist will come out of your screen and punch you in the face by Roger. Roger's fist there. It'll probably smell of something, but dirty feather maybe or whatever he's doing with his other hand, it'll smell it out, but he'll do it. He is clever.
Yes, and yes, doctor fingered it out. That's what I say constantly. So anyways, let's crack on.
Basement skin under the blueberries. Now the blueberries are all over the body. I mean, just literally everywhere. Because you have to, even all of your fascia is the same thing. It's in the fascia. You pull this way, pull that way. You have to come back to where you started from. And that's what these things do. They're all everywhere. And some of them, there are all kinds of different designs, depending upon where they are in the body. What am I showing you? This, again, this is not millions of years in one picture. This is tendon. Remember I showed you that pin? And the center of the tendon was a real heavy-duty spot. That's it. The only reason this is still standing is because it's tendon. And tendon is extremely high on the CaCO3 level, calcium carbonate. It's very strong, tough. The muscle just erodes away, as we saw, it just withers away. And the bone eroded away because of the conditions in the salty, hot water flood. The bones basically are dissolved.
Roger, you can basically see millions of years of layers in that fucking what's left to stand on that rock.
and like he's taking something so ordinary and just fucking it up. Oh,
Roger, don't push it over. Don't push it over, mate.
There's so
and those boulders on the beach, those are actually not boulders. They're apparently one piece of stone that, like the bedrock that got eroded away.
Sure,
so
sure.
It's basically one piece.
Okay.
But I like to pick out certain things and just fucking.
Well,
there's.
I didn't want to agree that Roger's brain is eroded.
No, he never had
because
one,
then it's tumbled because then it gets smooth.
He's going to push that rock over. I know it.
He's rock
It's the smoothest brains.
It totally.
It's like a snooker ball, Roger's brain. Giant snooker.
There's so many reasons why this thingy bobber could be there comparatively to the rest of whatever. So tides and the way that the water moves. This may have been a huge island at one point, and this is the last bit of it being that.
Oh, just an outcropping.
Sure, there's so many reasons why this could be a thing that turned into just looking like that after millions of years.
That's a flat earth. I can see it now. That is a flat earth.
Yeah, we all live on the top of just that fucking piece of grass.
On the side.
No, the top. We all live on the top.
That's great.
We've been brainless. Get with the future.
Anyways.
Alrighty.
No, tendon just lasts forever. And remember the tendon I showed you on my stuff that I have right here in my shop is that tendon right there. There it is. And that circle right there. Coming out, that piece this is all tendon, and that's why it's still there, because there's just it's very, very tough, and it's.
If you take a steak and you look at the side of it, and you look,
that's Jabba the Hutt with his eyes closed. Look, he's got his left eye, his right eye, and his mouth is closed. He's not going Skywalker. He's not doing
and
his
he's going to
job,
shove his finger in the crevice again.
He's trying to finger that. He's trying to finger it so hard.
That beach looks wonderful.
This man is desperate. Bless him.
Yeah, so am I, but I'm not doing this
like
shit.
We say in the South, bless his heart.
Bless his little cotton socks. The thing is, he shows that God does not exist, because God would not give a brain this poor out.
Exactly. All right.
This gets into a muscly thing, which is not tough to speak of. And then the other side was where the bone was, and that just eroded away because it's very weak, actually.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, the tendon and the skin stayed, but the fucking bone eroded away because it's weaker than the tendon and the skin. Roger, listen to yourself. You fucking moron.
You think that fucking?
Well, I think if it comes to erosion, if it comes to erosion,
wait. I got it wrong. I forgot about the straps.
If
stupid me, I'm gonna kill myself.
He thinks lung tissue is gonna fucking outsurvive bone and cartilage. Fuck you, you weirdo, dude. Lungs are one of the first things that are going to dissolve and or go away in the whole process of your organs because it's filled with a bunch of like air sacs.
Roger B. Scash.
I know. Okay,
it's not my show. He's someone else's. You're scratching the hammer of foils again.
In my thing here, I can still see where it is. I think it's on the other side of this, and that's that pin right there. You just can't see the bone on that one. So
there's
no
association.
Shown is on the other side, but
there's no association.
Yeah, but he does think it, so it must be true.
I mean, he wants to finger it so bad, but that doesn't.
No, he thunk it. he thunk it, so it must be. He says he thinks on the other side is this and that, so it must be true.
And that's exactly what a CC does, and fucking Hans Wormhat and all those other twats. I thunked it, so it must be real. No, you have to go out there and like prove it, you dumb cunt.
Who the fuck's Hans Wormhat?
Oh, you don't even
Oh,
know.
well,
I'm
he-
sorry. God damn it.
Oh,
We'll
shit.
go over him in the
Everything's
near
fake.
future.
Okay, please.
We'll go over him in the near future.
Yeah.
He thinks
Hey,
everything's fake.
He's
Yeah.
a fucker who thinks that penguins don't exist. My
He
God,
thinks women-
I've
he
been
thinks-
putting off making a episode about that. God damn it.
Yes. Oh my
anyways,
God. He doesn't know
anyways.
hands. Yeah.
I know.
Who's gonna do first? You're Slim.
We'll learn the dog.
Fight.
We'll eventually
Oh,
get their
and-
dog. Anyways, let's crack on.
Puts up on Mars. That's the Mars crab. It's just like that. All right, look at this. This is, I find, very interesting. You see all these little pock marks, and you see all this little stuff right
Yeah.
up close to it.
Roger, there's
This
a
is
cream for
an
that.
stuff.
Say
There's
again?
a cream for that. Go to the doctors, get a cream.
Exactly.
Get
Man, that
Anyways,
looks
anyways.
inflamed.
Yeah.
That looks like you need
That actually may need surgery.
Medical attention for sure.
And this is well, pretty damn close. These little white spots
That's
could very well
reflection of
be
light.
these
That's
little
reflection of
pock
light.
marks we're seeing down.
Say
That's
again?
reflection of light. That's a reflection of light, you dumb cunt. There's no white actually on there.
Yeah.
The camera-
That's blown out.
Yeah, it's
There's
just a
obviously
reflection
light
of
shining
light.
on it.
Jesus Christ.
And yes,
What-
Mom, I am
Jinx-
a hands virgin, but I'm just getting back into this sort of a community.
Wait,
I was away for a while.
Jinx, you don't know who Hans Wormhat is? Oh my God! Okay,
Oh.
Jinzu's with me. I've never heard of
gonna
him.
do a whole episode on him because he's amazing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he thinks anacondas are fake, and we did a whole episode about the top 10 Hans Wormhat fake animals, and we literally went through like he thinks koalas, kangaroos, gorillas, anacondas. Oh wait, Jeebus,
Anything he has not seen up close, even things he has seen in the zoo,
Yeah.
he thinks are animatronics.
I only met Cyrax about 4 or 5 months ago, so hey.
Anyways, hey,
Hey, what the heck?
let's blow
Hey,
on.
Beck.
While he's fingering
Love him.
this rock surface.
He's awesome.
Ooh, what were you playing back?
Was it Elder Scrolls? Because that's addictive.
Oh, if Uncle Beck, if he says Red Dead Redemption 2, there's a posse you can come to. We got our own bar and everything, haven't we?
Yes,
Yeah, Slim
definitely.
got the same kind of shit.
I have.
I think
so
Slim
much
got
stuff
even
in
got
that
more
game.
money than me. Slim got
Yeah,
more
but
money.
Slim isn't part of a posse, though, is he? I mean, come on.
Well, just wait. But anyways, let's blow.
Well, he
Let's blow
probably
on
has.
this.
He's probably got his own posse. Oh, I'm Slim Cyborg. I've got everything that no one else
I've
has.
got everything in the game. Anyways, let's crack
Fucking
on.
robot.
On there. And they're in the anchor zone. And then there is a blood zone out here,
Yeah.
as you can see.
That's a tumor. That is a tumor.
Oh, Jeebus Christ. Okay.
You see it goes from that, transitions from this, where it has all these little white spots here, until you hit the red blood, which is right there.
The red
okay,
plug
now
goes where?
I do have to correct, like, because now he's moving it, like, it does look like there is white on it.
Sure.
We're-
I don't know.
I'm not
It
going
doesn't
to be
matter.
speculating where that white came from, but yeah.
But then motherfucker says that everything that is red is blood, and like that's not how the world works.
Well-
There is things that turn themselves red after being oxidized.
Yeah.
Can I
copper.
can I
Iron.
speculate on the white spots on the rock he's pointing at?
Thank you.
It is Roger, and he is rock mad, and we still don't know what he does with his right hand.
Hey,
Well,
that
You know,
rock
so,
got him rock hard.
Maybe this is the happy ending that Roger's showing us.
he's rock
He
hard
was
while
rock
he's
hard.
showing us this.
Maybe
yeah,
for Roger, this is
Yeah.
game, set, and come your whack.
This is what he gets off on for sure.
All right, so this, you see these pock marks?
Yeah, Roger spunk.
I don't know if you can or not. Hold on.
I'm not holding on to
Those
anything
little
watching
pock marks.
this.
Oh, don't zoom in on your spunk, mate.
And then it transitions over
Oh, now
into
you can see that it ain't that white.
the red blood. Now,
Yeah.
I think that's pretty darn close to what we're seeing there. Those pock
No,
marks.
it's not. Not even anywhere close, you dumb cunt.
That's a Vietnamese village.
That's not what it looks
Through a
like.
night
That's not
scope.
what any of that looks like. Anyways, keep going.
And then it transitions right over into that red. I would
Later,
say that's
Jason.
red. But it's blood one way or the other. As far as I'm concerned, that's the same texture we're seeing
Oh, Roger.
up above here.
Oh fuck.
So nostrils there. Is that giant nostrils? I saw just
Sure.
before
sure.
this, you froze it. I saw nostrils sticking out the ground.
Let's see if we can go back.
It looks like microscopic.
Transitions right over into that red.
It does look kind of like nostrils.
Oh, there's a face there, right, virtually right in the middle where you've got it now. You can see a face.
A bit sad with big
And a
eyes.
face next to it. You can see a skull at the top
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
two
yeah,
skulls at
yeah.
the top right.
I see.
see
I
all
see
sorts
five.
in there.
Oh.
I see 5 different. But anyways, let's keep cracking.
I
on.
believe this is a
I would
book
say that's-
planet pick. This is a book
Yeah, yeah.
planet topography pick.
But it's blood one way or the other. As far as I'm concerned, that's the same texture we're seeing.
There's a nostril, it's a pig nostril as well.
You see it?
Yeah, I see it. No, that does not look the same. And
That, my
not
friend,
at
is
all.
blood. There's that. There's no question.
Literally, there's no.
How can you
correlation.
look
See you,
at
Jason.
that
and see?
and you look at that and say they look the same?
No, they don't. Just like he was saying about the fucking cell things that were like blah blah blah, and they don't look the same. And the
Blah, blah,
eyeballs
blah,
and the
and blah, blah,
balls and
blah.
the balls and the balls.
That looks like pepperoni when I've burnt a pizza.
Oh,
You can see anything
you
in these
fucking
images.
asshole! Everything's closed
That's
now.
crazy.
How the fuck am I gonna order a pizza now? You make me feel.
You can see anything in these
That's what
images.
you
But
get.
obviously, I haven't got the brilliance of the Professor Rogers' mind that sees otherwise.
He has a very creative, very, very smooth brain.
Yeah, he is.
Well,
He is
well
very.
no, I wouldn't say smooth, but like he's using it
Yeah,
wrong.
he's well.
Because
Smooth brain is another
he does
word.
a lot with it.
Fucking idiot, brainless.
Imagines a lot. So, and imagination also does require some brain power.
Yeah, but there is a thing for this
Say
phenomenon.
brain powder.
There is a thing for this phenomenon. I can't remember what it's called. You look in clouds and you see something in the clouds.
Pareidolia. It's
pareidolia.
pareidolia.
Pareidolia, yeah. He's
but
obviously got
brainless.
a lot of that going on in his mind.
He
Yeah,
said. He said it. Phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
Phenomena.
There we go. Okay. Anyways,
Phenomena.
Phenomenon.
and Dev said.
I'm ashamed. I will now go and. If I was in America, I would go and shoot myself.
You also said to be fair 3 times.
Yeah, but we
now.
don't have that clip here.
I know, I know, but that's I heard it.
I
Anyways,
bet you Monday I'm going to get to be fair fucking to death,
Mhm.
aren't I? Yeah, I am ashamed.
but-
I will commit
Yeah.
Harry Carry.
He
the
suffered
kids.
from
Please
chronic
don't say
pareidolia.
that on YouTube.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
this is
shouldn't.
good.
Yeah.
And that, my friend, is blood. There's that. There's no question about. And that is
Yeah,
from
no
a
question
meteorite.
about it.
That's from a meteorite.
Oh,
I
the
know, it's hard to
meteorite
believe,
was
but
was alive and did not burn up.
He's probably sprayed it with water or something to make it look wet.
That's true.
He used an image that
No,
that
see, he was right. I was right.
he wanted to. So, anyways, the blow on it.
All right, this is why I could say this is a meteorite, and it was blood. This was a blood.
Blood coming from meteorites. Have you ever heard of this?
Yeah, I would say that's just
There were chunks of giant falling down to Earth.
when meteorites hit the planet, they're incredibly hot and destructive. So that's a lot of burnt material, burnt earth around it. That's all I could say. If it is a meteorite, it might just be a zit. A horrible zit.
Foramen, they call it. And there's blood came up through there, so it was flush with blood. When it got overheated coming through the atmosphere, it literally exploded. All right, those are not. Hold on a second. Let me dry it up a smidge here so you can see it a little better. That black right there was because it cooked up down here. There's a blood vessels down in here. And it just
only that part burned.
Yeah, hang on. Whoa. Did he just use a swab on his computer screen to dry it up?
No.
It looked like
he used I don't know what you call them. We call them cotton buds here. I think you call them Q-tips.
Yes.
You just used a Q-tip on his computer screen to clean this up.
Yes, he did.
Wow. Go, Roger.
No, he's filming this live.
He probably has a microscope camera.
Yeah, microscope camera or just a camera.
Well, saying that, I can see the shadow now of whatever he's poking in there. That's the tip of that feather, isn't it? That's the tip of the feather.
Yeah,
the filthy feather.
Wow, Roger, you're just shiny, a male shiny.
There's clotting fiber. You see down, I just panned down inside. That's actually clotting fiber, and that is what your body makes too. And it covers it, and then a scab forms over the top.
Clotting of fiber.
The reason this is all black here was because the boiled blood exploded it out.
I can't take this guy with that feather.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well, that's his point.
Exactly.
Well, as I say, we're all stupid. He's the professor here. He knows more than us, obviously. He's showing it.
Especially with the out-of-framed fucking image he's showing us.
But
he's evidently the professor who can't use any of the equipment that you or I or any of us supposed dumbasses can easily do.
Yeah,
when we get to the end of this, I will personally give an applause to Roger's performance because it has been extraordinarily brilliant. It's so entertaining, this guy. I'm glad to actually be on a stream where I've actually seen a Professor Roger video. Thank you, Commander.
You're very welcome.
My God, this guy, he is smooth braid. You're quite correct there.
He's a nutter for sure.
He's weird.
He's brilliant, though. He is brilliant. And he must be doing something right. He's got over 200K subscribers. So he's doing something right, obviously.
No, he's been around for a gazillion years, too. So, yeah. But sure.
Who gave it away? His hairline.
But yeah, and let's do like 10 minutes more, and then we're at 2.5 hours.
Yeah, let's finish this video. Don't say a word, Slim.
And that's why it's opened up, and it had started to make its own fiber and clotting fiber. I have one here. Well, let me show it to you. Hold on.
Oh, don't show us.
All right, this is basically the same thing I'm going to be showing you, only the blood will still be here. And it's one of these, I believe that you would call that a foramen. And the blood, I believe, came up through here, vein and artery coming up through here. And I'll show you the ones in the specimen I have here. Now, that is the cavity like we just saw above. Now, this one didn't explode because it's terrestrial. It never heated up to where.
Roger, these are minerals in rocks. What the fuck is up with you, man?
Oh my
Come on.
God, Jesus.
That poor computer screen. It's constantly being poked.
Oh, I'm sorry, Commander. I know that feather annoys me equally as much. That's why I mentioned it. I thought, what's the feather for? You know, is it some sort of sexual aid or pointing device or, well, Dr. Roger knows.
I have no clue.
I hope he doesn't use it up his butt. But anyways, just blow on.
Probably why it's
black rim around. Now, that is the blood, though. So the actual blood is here. And that blood is a scab, obviously, just like you get on your own skin. Now, I move the scab away from the clotting fiber, which is, I believe they call it fibrogen or fibrin. Now, up here, it's still there. And don't forget, this one blew out, so that's why it's all blacked off. These, I believe, are the vein and artery right in that area, somewhere down in here. But I'm sure that's one of them. Now, so now let's go back to the specimen. Here it is. Now, I moved that away and could see the clotting fiber. All right, so we're still in the same specimen. Then I took everything away, and here is the vein and the artery. Well, this is actually the artery. See the red artery? And this is the actual tube that was the vein tube that would run up to wherever it went to continue on. That's what these foramen do. They're transfer points. And there's the two little spots that whatever invested in there, I don't know what it would have been, but.
I love how he has no medical training at all, but he pulls out all this bullshit that says all of this stuff when some of us who have semi-medical training can be like, bullshit. Right back.
I can also not find what that would be, though.
Yeah, I've got it. GloberMom is right. His views and likes are not good compared to his sub count. But we've established this, that his subs are probably full of trolls just pushing them on.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Yeah. And that's why Mama says his sub count
keep creating
his views. Yeah.
This is why the likes of Josh and Cyrax and all that have thousands of subs, but yeah, everyone hates them. But it's all for lols and giggles and clicks and comments and whatnot. It's all for the cash.
Yeah. So anyways, I don't want to see his hand over this anymore.
That's how the blood moved from here to the next, to the muscle or whatever that was wrapped around it. I believe that's probably the case. And this one up here, you can see now, I believe those are the vein and artery there.
Yeah, they just look like minerals in a rock.
It is gross still.
I bet. Do you think he sticks his fingers in these things and smells it? I reckon he does.
Yes.
Pretty good red there. I don't know. It's hard to say.
I see no red. I see gold. I see some sort of metal in that rock. Maybe just bits of metal.
Right there. Not the red over there. I don't know. But it's absolutely.
Crystal. I see a bit of crystal. I see. Well, I don't see anything. It's just. It's a rock.
Is she dressed or? Oh.
A meteorite had been cooked up and exploded that blood out of there.
Wow.
All right, so don't forget, my allegation is that red blood boiled and exploded this plate right off the top. That's what we're just looking at right there. That red blood right there. Now there was another.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
red
for
blood.
crying
Even
out loud, he just put shit on there.
He just put
exactly.
water. He put water on it.
Red
wet
blood.
it.
Blood is not that color from after millions. Well, you've seen blood. Even if you cut your finger, you miss a spot in your kitchen or something on the floor. You see, it's not like that. It's
He
basically
put water
dried
on it.
brown.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous what he did to manicure the results of what
Unless
those
rocks have
things
special
was.
blood, of course. We don't know.
Yeah, I forgot about the special blood rock or the rock blood. Yeah, I forgot about that.
He's the professor.
Piece right on top here, and it got so hot and boiled, it just snapped that piece off.
Roger's brilliant.
And he claims that rock is a meteorite. I don't
If that is the planet,
planet,
that would destroy probably a city or two.
No, if that is a meteorite, like, then that is worth millions, because such a big meteorite, a meteorite that size, you don't get that.
No, they're like this big.
Yeah, if that is the planet as a meteorite.
And then on top of that, it's fucking bleeding, evidently. So if it was a meteorite, it would be worth money, because meteorite blood is worth more than regular rock blood, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah,
but
totally.
and also, if it was a meteorite, it would not have that much jagged edges, I would guess, because it has been heating up in the atmosphere.
Can I go back to that comment from Commander?
Ton.
Can I go back to that comment from Commander? Meteorite blood is obviously worth more than rock blood.
Yeah, of course.
That's brilliant.
That's great. That was great. All
All
right.
Rock blood.
Is it about that time?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I believe did happen.
No.
And there it is right there.
Your lighting
All
is
right, that's
wrong.
That's weird.
actual red blood.
Your
And
lighting
it
is
was.
weird.
And then that plate that was on the top had nowhere to go.
No.
You can't learn how to use OBS yet. I don't think he's going to comprehend good lighting.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Obviously, and there's so many other platforms you can use to help you like do your stuff. Like we use StreamYards, and you can pretty much do all this stuff through Windows and sharing and stuff. So you don't have to look like an idiot.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe that's a dedicated thing for his camera, for his.
Yeah, but hang on. That's not fair. I don't know how to use OBS. It took me an hour just to work out how to invite trailers into my instance on Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm a stick of shit when it comes to technology.
Yeah, but you're not running around trying to tell everybody you're the smartest about the things and the stuffs, and that you
And
know
he's
more
been
than
doing
people.
this a hell of a lot longer than you.
Yeah. No, it's been like 12 years he's been doing this or some weird shit like that. So I mean,
Yeah,
like,
and he had
hasn't figured
and
it out by now.
he's only looked at rocks. He had never looked at like how can I stream better.
Exactly similarly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I always look at the great philosopher. What's her name? Mrs. Gump, Forrester's mom. Stupid is as stupid does.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly similarly.
And quickly to like the stones that he showed in the beginning, they were pretty red, weren't they? Well, they
Yes.
actually aren't red.
Oh, these are tombstones for testicles. Unique testicles.
And again,
this is Google Maps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These
like-
are natural shites.
They could be. It could be a run
And
for
he
giant
was
rabbits.
passing that off as Mars and it's Earth.
Did he say that was on Mars?
I think so.
Are you saying that Captain Kirk
And
didn't find that
like
gone on Nimbus 3?
And like, why is it in rows? I kind of guess because the water will come in this way and go out that way, and go in this way and go out that way. That's why you got those lines. You know,
well, erosion is erosion. It just depends how dense the rock is and what part of it. And
yeah, no, but like it gets the most erosion back and forth in the direction that I'm now pointing the camera. You know.
Well, yeah, it comes in and out.
Because that's the direction the water goes.
But why doesn't it wear them all out evenly? That's the question.
Well,
they're different densities.
But it's the motion of the ocean for sure, and that's naturalizations.
And the rocks, that's white chalk and like.
Well, maybe it's just chalk and obviously.
Yeah, and the other one is iron. Iron infused.
Yeah.
What was it? I looked
totally.
it up.
Yeah, totally. Iron is way further down because it's gonna be heavier, so it's gonna go down further.
Yeah, no, yeah, and
blah,
like
blah, blah, yakety.
Maybe for some reason at that time there was a lot of iron in the soil, and like
you have the banded. I don't know if this is a banded iron formation, but you had large formations of iron during the oxygenation event. In addition to that, you could have had, because that looks like up top to be limestone. And this could have very well been underwater.
But large salt, if it's salty, that turns sand and rock to red anyway.
There's a lot of things that are natural.
Sodium, I should say. I didn't say salt. I should say sodium.
We know
scientifically, aren't we?
Nature here on the Earth.
And
I'm going to have to be getting ready for work in a little bit.
let's
and this is the location where it is.
In my pants. Oh, never mind.
That's the part of Britain I live in.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, it's pretty close to where you're at.
Just move your mouse a little, zoom out a bit, move your mouse. Probably.
I'm pretty sure that's Earth.
A little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit higher. Higher, straight up. Stop. Stop. A little bit lower, and that's where I live.
Ah, okay.
A part of Norfolk. Exactly. As I say, if you look at, I always tell people, if you look at, well, where's Norfolk? They say, and I say, well, if you look at Britain as a sitting lady with a big witch's head, I live in the arsehole.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's begin getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah. It was fun, and the funking is fun.
That was I really enjoyed that. Thank you. Broke up my weekend.
This was absolutely amazingly fun and funny. And I have to get the dog avatar done now and absolutely put everyone inside the Poseidon oil rig to have the meeting where this is discussed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but I think at the end of the day, Roger made the show. Roger's a genius.
Yeah. Thanks, Roger. Everybody give a round of applause for Roger.
Roger and his living rocks. Go for it.
Okay, anyway.
That was really fun.
We are dumbasses. Most definitely.
Well, we are. He's got 200,000 odd subscribers.
And I'm not love muffin this bad, but these guys, his subscribers are pretty evil. I'm not going to lie.
I would agree. All right.
Anything anyone want to show before we go? We're gonna try to do another stream next week, and we will be in Virginia for that. But I will bring all the stuff capable of doing it.
Awesome.
We have
my
Mama
normal
there.
stuff. My normal stuff. I mean, y'all know who the fuck I am.
Visiting
We'll
friends.
see you. We'll see y'all next week for all the stuffs and things and stuffs.
Yes.
Like and subscribe, comment, do all the things for the algorithms, as Sim would say. Just do it.
Exactly.
Just say it was a great show or it was shit, dislike, did whatever. Just press some clicks and type some nonsense, and it just. I don't think YouTube cares. Obviously, C19 it cares about, but things like Roger's a moron and cunt and other things, it doesn't really worry about. But there's certain trigger words obviously set it off.
All right, so
And remember, if you can find the asteroid blood, just dip your regular rock blood, because the asteroid blood is where the money is.
And when you stick your finger in there, just don't sniff it afterwards.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Whatever rock blood you find.
All right, freaks.